Hello! Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Session 10 of Trinity's Wake, a Mage 20th Anniversary
Play?
A Mage 20th Anniversary Edition actual play here on the Happy Jacks RPG Network. I'm fine. To find all the sessions of this game, visit happyjacks.org/Trinity's Wake, and to find all the shows on the Happy Jacks Network, visit happyjacks.org. My name is Adam, and I am your storyteller, and
all around great guy.
Great person. Thanks, buddy. And yeah, so we're gonna do it. And fair warning, this will be our finale.
Oh my god!
Bomb drop. Actually, yeah. Sorry, too close to home.
Funny.
Not funny.
Too soon.
Too soon. Content warning. We do talk about mature themes here, including sex, drugs, jazz, and roll, and nuclear war. There is smoking and drinking and gambling and all kinds of debauchery. So if that's not your thing, this is not your show, and we won't be mad if you leave the room. But you should stay.
How did you last
fun.
this many episodes?
Right? Yeah.
Seriously, how did you last one episode with Bond?
Yeah, right. This is probably going to be the least mature content heavy episode of the entire series.
Challenge accepted.
Fuck yeah, challenge accepted.
Yes, that's what I wanted.
And for our morning show, we're getting strippers.
So I'd like to remind
My goodness, folks, you can't believe what's going on in the studio right now. I can't describe it. The humanity. The ankles, the knees. Oh, I'm about to swoon myself.
I believe I see a collarbone. He said bone. You were there with me, Pooja. I heard you. I heard the giggle. Like, yeah, you went where I went. Speaking of bones, we do use safety tools here at Happy Jacks. We have a subtle and an obvious X card system in place if anybody is uncomfortable with content for any reason. And we've also done a lines and veils document that we've all agreed to. So we believe safety is very important and to having fun. And so that's what we do here. So let's introduce our players and their characters. Let's start over here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm Pooja, and I am playing Banu, who is the icon of time. And
tell us more. It's the last episode.
I know, right? I'm like, the pressure.
What's the most interesting thing that's happened to Banu in the story so far?
Banu went and did a little dream jaunt. Not only through our new icon of Forces member, but also through just random people who were in Las Vegas that night, which I have to say was an experience that they appreciated quite a bit.
Nice. Love it.
That was fantastic.
And
Hey, everyone. I am Nick. I play Alexander Basto, who is the icon of entropy, and entropy controls not just the breakdown of all humanity, all things of all time until the heat death of the universe, but it also covers probability, which is what I was more interested in. And he is a gambler who dresses slightly anachronistically, like a Western-style gambler. And his favorite moment thus far has been... My favorite moment, not Alexander's, my favorite moment was connecting with Alexander's mother, who I did not know was going to make a showing in this scene, and being able to be totally snarky and also grudgingly knowing that he needed her help, so not wanting to piss her off too much.
Yeah.
I think Alexander's favorite thing was... I want to say blowing up the lab, but I didn't actually get to do that. So, see last episode if you're interested.
Yeah.
But I'm
planning to blow up the lab.
Yes, planning to blow up the lab. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It lives on in your imagination.
And
speaking of imagination, hi, I'm Courtney. I play Evelyn Porter, the icon of life, who is actually a 95-year-old shapeshifter known as Agent Metis. Will I have a chance to reveal her origin before the finale? We'll see, maybe in the epilogue. Favorite moments, I really enjoyed punching that bunker, even though I couldn't punch Oppenheimer himself. And also, I did ask Adam if we could have a car chase, because I don't drive, and we've had 2 amazing car chases.
Yep.
So thank you. That is super fun.
You're welcome.
They were so good.
They were like the most action-packed part of this whole.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was hoping so. I thought they were a blast. So,
Although
lots
to
of-
be fair,
yeah.
because you don't highlight Evelyn's height of Evelyn's moment. You punched a guy on a train, and he burst.
Yeah.
You,
Like a paint-filled balloon.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, it was the Mass Effect charge moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
So
a hefty
good.
bag full of meat.
that's a phrase.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
Sorry.
Anyway, who are you? And what's your
Yeah.
favorite?
All right. Hello, everyone. I am Dion. I am playing Silver, recently outed as Jackson Boudreaux, the icon
Jackson
of
Pierre Boudreaux.
that. Middle name last episode was given to me. Did not know. So yes, Jackson Pierre Boudreaux, icon of matter, all things physical. I have played this sax-playing young man who's trying to figure out life. And favorite, I think it's the beautiful, just juxtaposition of being able to perfectly make a badge out of a card, or being able to sort of create turbo events on the hoods of cars, but then utterly fucking up, turning a shirt into another shirt. That's just I think the only botch to date. So you know,
Yeah.
it's just the most should be simple thing.
Yeah. It was beautiful. I loved it. It reminded us all of the dangers of magic.
Yeah.
This is why Gandalf doesn't make the rain stop. Because, yeah. So, thank
Is
you.
it Gandalf? Because I blamed it on the rain.
You can't blame it on the rain. It was falling.
Well, then I bless the rain.
Okay.
Where's that rain that you're blessing?
You
Yeah.
know where.
Quick recap of the events so far. A little bit of a montage as we see our characters at the very first party having a grand old time, thinking everything's okay, when they suddenly find themselves in the desert of New Mexico at night, looking at some contraption that glows with an eerie light and fills them all with dread. Taking a trip on the train down to New Mexico, they witness the deaths of their compatriots, Arlo and Dottie, as they're leaving. They arrive in New Mexico, pursued by a car chase, and discover that the contraption that they were made aware of was the Trinity test bomb, the first detonation of a nuclear weapon, and discovered that it had massive effects on mages who were strongly attuned to both prime or forces, and were not able to defend themselves properly. And in addition to the magical destruction, there was also the incredible physical destructive potential of this bomb. Speaking to its designer, J. Robert Oppenheimer, they discovered that they were very likely unable to stop it. And that a General Leslie Groves had been in charge of the project and was planning to develop this device for who knows what sinister purpose other than like genocide, as if that wasn't enough. Running from the military and some wild extra-dimensional monster, the group was picked up in a rhinestone-encrusted airplane flown by none other than Liberace himself. and made it to Vegas, where Silver performed on stage with Liberace, and they all met Hedy Lamarr, who took them to her secret lab just outside of Vegas, where she was working on portal technology. And as the army closed in on them, they escaped through the portal, returned home to Seattle, where they began making plans to lure in and defeat General Groves. Yeah, I can't believe I summed it up that.
Well done.
was
That was
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. So that's that's the previous episodes, and then last episode there was a lot of planning. Can you guys kind of recap what your plan was for the luring in and the defeat of General Groves?
We didn't have an in-character discussion about it specifically, but we definitely got things underway. Like I was researching Groves to try to figure out what makes him tick, and discovered, hey, there's something in the middle of the Pentagon that's also very powerful. And he also has a wife and kids, but I would never do anything apart from that. And I know you guys were doing something with the radio, and that's all I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was your plan.
Right.
Having bobbled that segue, I will then now go ahead and tell you that Alexander has decided to historically name the Seattle the Emerald City 38 years ahead of schedule, as we know it in our universe, because Emerald has some interesting properties that are going to be used to help defend Seattle from the incursions of and the destructive effects of the atomic bomb and Groves's megomaniacal plan to impose his will on all of reality. And we're going to tell him to go screw.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that by propagating a meme through music of Seattle being a safe place for magicians and also for the populace, and sort of just create this haven that is in between the brewing war between the technological magic forces and the traditional magic forces.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And go ahead.
And to this end, to make the Emerald City a safe haven from the bomb and all of its effects, both mundane and magical, Banu has enlisted their contact, Mr. Thibodeau, to bring in emeralds of, completely legal, definitely not ill-gained sources.
Yeah, absolutely legal.
It's
Banu.
that guarantee. Price LeBlanc lives right free in my head forever.
Yeah.
But and then found out also that their poor sweet boy Thomas has made it out of prison, and it has enlisted a person at the museum to obtain quite a few artifacts that are of some of a wish-giving nature. Just there's a Thibodeau managed to slip me a list while I slipped him something to help with the allergies.
And we do appreciate it ever so much.
Yes, but we don't know what the actual magic artifact that Thomas managed to import was yet.
We don't. Yeah. Okay. And
Nor did I remember that part until right this second.
yeah.
How could you forget that character voice?
No, I mean, I remember Thibodeau.
Oh,
Forever I will remember.
And what was Silver's part in all of this?
So to help in the spread of the meme, Silver enlisted his father begrudgingly to sort of create a buzz around town and even nationwide, just to get people to come and be within the safe zone that we're trying to build. So, yeah. Big old concert.
Yes. Sorry, making a note on something.
Sounds ominous.
I'm just trying to plan out which of your favorite NPCs to kill.
Well, it's the last day. Kill all of them now.
Yeah.
Whatever. You,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So we open on a fireball. No. So those are the plans that you have in that you've started in place, and we will say that several days have gone by as you have all been implementing your plan. So, and that's where we will pick up after the lights dim, the candles flicker, the incense fills your nostrils with a cloying scent. There's a crack of thunder and a flash of lightning as we all take hands around the table and we channel our friend, our patron. Hello, darlings. You don't know me, but I know each and every one of you. My name is Nona Redbird, and I live in a fantastical world of magic and wonder. Here's the secret, so do you. For you see, magic is anywhere you have free will. And you do have free will, darling, but you must insist upon it. Tonight, we're going to tell a story that goes all the way backwards and all the way forward, because this is a story of people who insist. So, scoot up to the edge of your seat, because that's where the fun happens. Grab a drink if you're so inclined, listen to the music, and slip into our world. And the radio crackles to life in a small, dingy apartment in Seattle. And we see a young couple seated on a sofa, listening into the radio.
Canoodling?
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, and we see similar scenes across other households in Seattle as people turn on their radios to tune in, and we hear the voice launch over the airwaves. This is Jimmy Judson coming to you live from the beautiful Carousel Room at the Mayflower Park Hotel. This evening we're bringing you music from Oliver Gordy and his Swingin' Symphony, featuring Jasmine St. Pierre on vocals and Big Joe Boudreau on trumpet and Silver Boudreau on saxophone. Tune in and hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. And now it's time for the music. And the Swingin' Symphony swells into action, opening up on a rompin' riff of Take the A Train. Silver lets loose on his saxophone, and the sound fills the room. Dozens and dozens of young couples take to the floor, swing dancing, probably causing several bruises and sprained ankles with the way they're spinning around and twirling and flipping. And the Carousel Room is popping. Nona sits on the end of the bar, on the bar itself, in her usual spot, with just a line of martinis waiting for her.
I thought that was going to end in Coke, but
That was before the party, darling. This is the pregame. And several of your other friends are there. Sammy's sitting in the opium corner, that as it's commonly known, and the others are there. All of the people that we know and love from the Carousel Room. Salazar's behind the bar. Sister Madley sitting quietly and enchantingly mysterious at the end of the bar, and our other members of the Mayflower Club joining in as the first song ends and the second song starts up, and Jasmine takes the stage and belts out in this beautiful voice that just rings through the airwaves, and singing along, crooning next to Silver's incredible sax playing. And where are the rest of you? What are you doing tonight?
I think I'm right at the foot of the stage, cheering
Yeah.
on my bestie Silver, just clapping along with the beat with every song. Just
Mhm.
here to support my friend, because I wasn't physically here for the other concert, so she's definitely
Yeah.
rooting him on.
Yeah. Yeah. Alexander, Banu.
Alexander is monitoring all of the broadcast equipment
Mm-hmm.
by reinforcing the order and removing the entropy of any possible broken cord, loss, loss from distance, any of the little snarls, smoothing out the static, making sure everything is just a-okay.
Yeah.
World's first high definition broadcast.
Yes, that's right.
We didn't know it at the time.
That's right. Crystal clear. 50 years later, people are still going, this is amazing fidelity. How did they accomplish this?
How? Yeah. And what drugs is Bono?
Mono has done all the drugs already, and is on the floor.
Oh, on the floor.
On the floor
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they do love to dance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what better way than to channel the energy that's force and there's really nothing like a whole group of people
Mhm.
letting loose to create a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They had previously placed the emeralds around the room as, fun and exciting decoration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Totally based, of course.
Yes. Yeah.
And is using like little bits of time magic to keep people in the rhythm. So everyone is perfectly on beat with every single one of their moves every time.
I love
Every white person is clapping on the 2 and the 4. It's fucking incredible.
What?
I don't know that they're that powerful.
I love it. So I want to do some rolls. Let's see how things go. Let's start with Silver and your music.
All right.
Yeah. Let's see how. This is the moment. It's on. Right. This is when you show everybody what you can do.
And here's the thing. So the last time Silver performed, before we left for our very much planned trip
Yeah,
away from,
absolutely planned. Completely predicted.
Silver was confident in his playing, but not in his showmanship.
Mm-hmm.
It was that sort of lack of confidence that we were kind of dealing with. Silver and Evelyn had a great talk about it, and he still wasn't too sure of himself at the
I'm
night.
here to root
Yeah.
you on.
Now,
Yeah.
Silver has been on this grand adventure, has grown and matured a lot. It's fucked up in some really silly ways, has succeeded in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
but most importantly, has played Vegas
Mm-hmm.
with one of the greatest musicians, knows what it's like to be in front of a huge crowd, and has spent intimate time with one of the greatest show people to have ever
Yeah.
touched Earth. Oh, Silver's ready.
Oh yeah.
Your dice can't stop this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's roll it. Difficulty is the normal 7, but I'm going to give you an extra die because you have played with Liberace.
Not an extra die because I'm cheering for it? Rude.
Wow.
Okay. So, just Arte roll?
No, what do you roll for your showmanship? For your performance?
Yes. And I'm not doing magic, so it's the other one.
Yeah.
It is. Okay. Got it. And you're going to give me an extra one.
Mm-hmm.
And I will spend a. Quintessence lowers it.
Not for non-magical stuff.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
just.
So
Oh,
yeah. So you could spend a willpower to get an automatic success.
I'll do that.
Okay. All right.
You said 7.
Yeah. And I am going to make you guys roll RT rolls in a little bit to see how all the magic of this works out too.
Ooh.
So.
Oh. That would be. This is something I'm really good at. So 10 count as 2 or no?
Yeah, if you got 4 or above. Yeah.
Oh no, it's only 3. Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
Still,
okay.
it's 3 successes.
Okay.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah.
It
yeah.
would have been 5.
Yeah. But it is solid. You know you're in the groove. You got it. Like it's not Vegas, but it is the best these people have ever heard for sure. Yeah. and you're feeling so in tune with the band, and Oliver even looks over at you at one point and gives you that million-watt smile, like letting you know, like, he knows you got this. Yeah. And, yeah. And, Evelyn, so you're
Yeah, I'm thinking.
okay.
I might need a minute. I think
Yeah.
let me go after Bono.
Okay.
Because I think I might try to link with what you're doing.
Okay.
Ooh, fun.
All right.
We can
So-
do a together
Together.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Alexander, you're working some magic on the.
I am working
yeah.
magic.
Okay. So.
So I have, after the exposure of everything that we have done, I have also developed a single sphere in forces.
Oh.
So that is, I'm using that actually to help, look at the radio waves and
Yeah.
make sure that the broadcasts and everything is going on. So he's experimenting with all of these new senses, as well as creating order and removing entropy
Mhm.
everywhere he can.
Okay. Right. Let's. I think this would be an Arte roll.
Okay.
And yeah. So let's just do straight Arte. This is coincidental magic. I think this would be forces 2 or force. No, it'd probably be forces 3, or I mean entropy 3,
Entropy
because
three, okay.
you're nudging entropy. So, yeah. So difficulty would be 6,
Okay.
and you can spend quintessence or willpower.
Okay. Let's spend.
That's
I can spend up to 3 quintessence and 1 willpower. Or is it reversed?
correct. Yeah.
Okay. Let's make this go. Let's make this go big. I'm going to spend 2 quintessence, and I'm going to spend a willpower.
Okay.
So that drops it from a 6 to a 4.
Uh-huh.
And let's see what we can do. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
Okay.
Plus the willpower, so
is
5.
Yeah. So yeah, the broadcast is crystal clear, and you've controlled the variables so flawlessly that they're getting an extra 100 miles or so of broadcast. So people all over the state are, bless you, people all over the state that don't normally pick up the station are hearing it. And yeah, so excellent. Banu,
Yeah.
so you're doing some magic, working some time. And yeah, so what is your primary goal here? So you're keeping everybody in time, but what is the intention for that to do?
Force everybody into an Eastern time signature. Established 2-4 universal.
Because when your body is, especially moving in this great free expression,
Mm-hmm.
that it not only echoes here on our plane, but it also echoes on the spiritual plane.
Mm-hmm.
That all of this freedom, all of this individuality, all of this joy and expression and defiance,
Mm.
channels through using the emeralds as well, using the power of the song to help double this space
Mm-hmm.
and help make this meme a reality.
Okay.
Kind of in essence making a big ritual out of everybody's
Yeah.
dance and the song and everything together,
Yeah.
all pouring their energy towards one thing,
Yeah.
which is go fuck yourself, fascism.
Yes. Okay, so I want you to do a skill roll here of manipulation plus expression.
Can I dream about it first?
Yes. What? Yeah, you could have
I'll
dreamed last
daydream
night.
about it.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. Let's dream about it. I forget how that works. Do you remember? offhand?
It's dream perception with a difficulty of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. And that is 1, 2, 3 successes,
Nice. Okay.
which should give me 3 in expression
Aha.
as I dream about a Banu who became a dancer instead of a jewelry maker.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Oh yeah. Your meditations produce serious results. So 3 dice for the task. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So that literally doubles my number
Excellent.
on this roll. And I'm also going to spend a willpower. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Oh, nice. Okay.
1, 2,
Yeah.
yeah. Triple 9s and a 7.
Oh, excellent.
I was double 10s and a 7.
Oh.
Hopefully we're not blowing this too early.
Yeah, no, I know. We got high rollers here. Yeah. So, and then, okay, so now roll your,
I'm sorry, that's 5 successes because I spent the willpower.
yeah, okay, yeah. So, so 5 successes. So now roll your Arte with 5 extra dice.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. And, this is coincidental. So, it's time 3. So it's going to be, difficulty 6.
Great.
And then Silver, let's go ahead and have you roll your Arte and add add your 3. You had 3 successes.
It was 4 because I forgot I spent the willpower too.
Yeah.
so
Okay. So add your 4 dice
Mhm.
plus your Arte and let's see how your magical influence goes.
Okay, and this is time, right?
Yeah.
So that is
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 successes.
Oh Jesus.
Is,
Okay.
is 7 the number?
Yes.
Right.
Wait. No. Yeah. No. For you, it's 6. Yeah. It's 6. Yeah. I know.
No, in a good
Is
way.
it- oh, in a
Yeah.
good way.
Like in a
okay.
ridiculous. Maybe we're spending this too early.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes.
8 success. Okay. All right.
Twins.
Good grief. Y'all are ridiculous.
I mean, I just rolled 10 dice.
I know.
And I got 2 10s and a skill I have 4 dots in.
Yeah.
Yep. I-
So
Same -1 die.
nice. So, yeah. So, and Evelyn, you're so tuned in to everybody's, to everybody. You're the first one to notice it, but there is just this distinctive rhythm that that you can hear in the steps and feel from the drums, and you can even hear everyone's heartbeats lining up, and there's this kind of like reverberation that's happening. When you're on a trampoline and you time your jumps with somebody else at just the right moment, so like you do a super jump, it's that kind of rhythm that like ba-boom, ba-boom, and and it's just building on itself to this kind of like ecstatic pitch. And
Heterodyning.
what?
Heterodyning.
Heterodyning? That's what it is? Okay. All right.
When a one amplitude magnifies the other one, it's heterodyning.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
In this, our pride game?
what? We don't want anything hetero in here. What? We can at least do bi-dining.
Okay.
Come on.
Bi-dining.
No. Yeah. So it's heterodyning.
Okay.
Apparently.
Love
Yeah. I thought that's when a man and a woman go on a date, but whatever.
They just eat together. It doesn't have to be a date.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, and you feel it building, and it's like it's echoing through your body with this vibration that is just you feel like you could do almost anything right now. You feel so in tune with the life forces of everybody in this room.
Perfect. That lines up
Yeah.
with what I want to do.
What do you want to do?
So I'm
Takes
gonna.
the life force from
I'm-
everyone and ends the. You get our secret big bad.
You ruined my dastardly plans.
And
I
I really hope
absorbs
that wasn't.
everybody's powers and becomes the new villain.
Right?
I would,
But,
Look.
but what did Evelyn really want?
Yeah. Sorry.
look, I play heels in a lot of shows. This is not one of them for once. Okay, so
Tune in next
I'm gonna
season,
start.
Evelyn's wake.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm done.
So I'm gonna start dancing with Banu because I'm feeling the beat, and I have my little champagne flute, and I'm peering through the room because I look through glass,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to sync up with the pulses, and I know that something big is coming, and I want everyone, despite all the alcohol and the opium that's flowing in the room, to be able to snap out of it immediately if and when danger appears. So what I want to do is maybe cast a spell that can give everyone a bonus on like their next wits roll
Mm-hmm.
or some kind of like their next mental roll, so that way they can like be ready and sharp for whatever's coming.
Okay.
Mental defense, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you for if.
If
I appreciate the ability to still get drunk.
yes, I'm not going to make you all sober.
Yeah.
I might
that'd
be
be
a bit of a
annoying.
party pooper, but I'm not that much
Yeah.
of a party pooper.
Right.
She's not the man.
So,
If you're our tech monster.
True. Well, that's just my demeanor.
okay. So, all right. So I want you to, all right. Well, I'm just gonna give you like. There's so many extra dice. I'm gonna give you 3 extra dice
Okay.
because they have built this. The others have built this foundation.
Okay.
So it's gonna be an Arte roll.
Okay.
Let's see, how many dots do you have in time?
In time, 1.
1. Okay. All right. I think that. Okay, but luckily Banu is helping you, so that'll be enough. And then
Nice.
yeah, and then correspondence. What do you have?
1.
1. Okay. All right. You're just making it. Okay. Check something. Checking. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna need Banu. I'm gonna need you to make an Arte roll of time 4, coincidental. So difficulty 7.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a quintessence and a willpower.
Okay.
Good.
And that's 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 minus 1 is 3 successes.
Okay, so you got it.
Thanks,
So,
Banu.
yeah. Yeah.
It's a good thing I spent that quintessence because, like,
Yeah.
that was a lot of 6s.
Yeah. Right, yeah. A time trigger is a time 4 function, so you need Banu to have helped you work out the time magic involved in this.
Well, we're in sync right now.
Yeah.
So we're just
Yeah.
You're super in sync.
doing sync.
Yes. So your difficulty is 6,
Uh-huh.
and roll Arte plus 3 dice.
Okay.
Okay, last episode was probably
Yeah.
too late to still be trying to learn.
Maybe, but
Yeah, just game question. So if the more points in correspondence, you can get help from other people. Is that?
no. Correspondence is just what you like the space that you can affect. So
Okay.
yeah, so like if you have no dots in correspondence, you can really only theoretically you can really only do magic on things that you touch or that are near you or on you. So 2 in correspondence allows you to affect like basically a whole room kind of distance. 3 like can go across the city. So that kind of thing. So I was just checking how many dots of correspondence she had. to see if she had what she needed to affect the whole room. Yeah. So, but and I was checking the time magic because to have something trigger at a certain effect is that's a time sphere device, and that takes 4 dots in time, which I knew she didn't have. So she has to have Banu help with that. Yeah.
That brings up another question.
Uh-huh.
Since we've been here at our home base, can't we recharge some quintessence?
Yes. Yeah, you can. So yeah, so you can all recharge. Like, go ahead and take 3 quintessence. You've been here at least
Because
3
I
days.
feel like we're gonna spend some this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aw.
Like
Thank
right
you
now.
for that reminder. Yes. Yeah, get you some quintessence. And you would have also gotten back up to 3 willpower if you had,
Oh, nice.
if you had spent.
Ooh.
So,
Definitely need
not
that.
including any that you just spent in this scene.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well then, I will immediately burn 1 quintessence to lower this to 6. I may as well burn a willpower, you know. Might as well.
Might as
spend
well.
it. Cool. All right. I'm gonna roll some dice.
Not as if something bad could show up in the
Yeah.
next
Yeah,
2 hours.
Yeah, you're not going to need that.
Yeah. Okay. So I have 2 successes. 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yes.
Okay, that is enough.
Hooray.
And you can sense that that this spell has worked, and in that you have synced everyone up to sense that alert of danger and be ready to instantly move and get to safety. Should something bad happen. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Well, will that be mechanically, or is it just that we'll notice?
Yeah, well, we'll just notice. So, like, yeah,
Okay.
so
it can't be taken by surprise. Huh.
right, yeah. If danger shows up, they will instantly just kind of stop and calmly file out of the building,
Love that.
kind of thing. Yeah,
They will keep their wits about them, which is what
Yes.
I wanted.
yeah. So, and as the music plays and we see you all reveling in this wild party, on the edge of town, we see a battalion of armed forces lining up, moving in as the army prepares essentially an invasion of Seattle. Thousands of soldiers, tanks, personnel carriers, and howitzers, all being brought to bear and moving down the highway, and towards the sound of the Carousel Room.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah.
No, it seems concerned that there's apparently an American invasion on American soil.
Well, no, because my spell worked.
Mhm.
Hooray.
Yeah, but I mean,
Also,
everyone else coming down.
they have
Anyway.
to traverse American infrastructure, so we have some time.
Yeah.
No, it was good back then.
Oh, that's right.
It was new.
good.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, this is New Deal infrastructure. It's-
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. That New Deal shit. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So the party is in full swing, and as Evelyn and Banu dance in the middle of the floor, you suddenly you feel a little bit of a tap on your mind, and you recognize it's just this little kind of chime that you hear, and you've become accustomed to this. This is Sammy's way of saying, "Hey, I'd like to speak with you telepathically." And
How courteous.
yeah.
We stand a polite boy.
Yeah. He's very polite. He's our sweet little boy. And assuming you let him in, he says to all of you, I have sensed a presence. I do not know exactly how far, but it's coming soon, and it is. It has intentions that I can only assume are malevolent. I feel we should be prepared to have the general's attention.
I'd say things are going according to plan.
That they are. And swing Evelyn into this very fancy, like, dip across their back, like the whole
Yes.
thing.
Goodness.
Yeah.
And crescendo,
Mm-hmm.
stop for applause,
Yeah.
bow.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good night, everybody. Get home safe.
Yeah.
Leave. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah. And the crowd roars, and normally, like, when it's time to clear out, it takes forever to actually get all the drunk people out. But oddly enough, they just kind of all, like, after their applause, and and they just very calmly gather up their things and file out the door in this very orderly fashion. And they walk past the woman in the in the black suit, passing out her pamphlets of sin and iniquity, and and she's shouting, "Damnation is upon you! You will go to hell! You will burn in the flames!" Preaching this hellfire and brimstone as the young folks file out of the carousel room and into the streets. As everyone begins to leave, you see Justin walk into the room. Justin, the bell boy who's always out front. He just kind of walks in and looks around as though he's never been here before. And when he speaks, it's that voice that that's different. It's not Justin's voice. So, this is where the magic happens. How delightful. How worldly. How fascinating. I wanted to let you know that I found you. And I want you to know that I did everything in my power to keep you from interrupting my plans. And you chose to continue your defiance. So, it seems I am going to have to destroy you and everything that brings you power.
Oh, shut up and just show up already.
Did someone hear the buzzing of, like, some kind of a gnat, a fly?
I didn't
Buzz,
know
buzz.
that we had flies. We'll have to get the exterminator.
I want to drink after my set. Anybody else want to drink?
Yeah,
Always.
Great.
let's go.
And I think as one, we just turn our backs and walk away. If I could speak for everyone.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
you may.
100%.
Whereas I was contemplating just punching Justin and knocking him out. That is a much better choice.
That's just beautiful. You hear just like the faintest sense of a laugh, and then like as you grab your drinks from the bar, you hear Justin go, "How'd I get in here?"
Justin, come grab a drink. Come on over.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And there's a shot of whiskey waiting for him.
Good. He needs it.
You
Yeah.
have to be careful what cigarettes you bum from people, Justin. It'll be fine.
Did I smoke something weird?
In
Oh,
general,
good
if you see anybody leaving the Banu corner, don't take anything from them.
Got it. Yep. No.
Rude.
But accurate.
Take from them, but know what you're taking.
It's fine. Everyone makes that mistake at one point.
Yeah, I think I've been on duty too long. Maybe I should go lie down.
Probably a good idea.
Hmm.
Yeah. But all right, good night. And he just kind of like he shoots the whiskey and then just like turns and walks out and he's in heading towards the garage where his car is parked.
Do we have any other mundanes on the property?
Yeah, there are plenty of mundane people in the hotel, but and then like, in the Carousel Room, Oliver and the band, they're still kind of like, wrapping stuff up. They're talking and laughing as they, pack up their instruments and all that. And then there's a few waiters and waitresses, who are milling around, starting to bust tables and clean things up. So yeah, so there are other mundane people around. Most of them are kind of the normal folks who are here. Yeah.
Are they in that middle zone? Like, are they fully are they sleepers, or are they like aware magic exists but can't do it themselves, or know that something weird's like this is a real special place?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, most of them are sleepers and just know that this
Okay.
is a special place. But yeah, some of them are tuned in, but it's mostly like the management, and a few key people. Like, Justin is aware of the magical world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we have set it up so that all the sleepers had a on the house to celebrate our, radio debut of the Mayflower Club with the band and everything?
Mm-hmm.
That they all had one free night at our luxurious restaurant, spa, brothel, unionized experience.
Yeah. And you can absolutely have set that up. And
Can I piggyback off of that?
Mhm.
What if we just don't even set it up? What if we just tell them now? Like,
Yeah.
you guys are working really hard. Just take the day. Go upstairs. Go enjoy yourselves.
what a lovely idea, Silver. Yes, everyone, just go. Have a good time tonight.
I wasn't trying to take your. I just.
No, it's great.
Yeah.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about any sounds of explosions or
Yeah.
screaming. Lovely,
Don't
relaxing.
worry, the tab's on me. It's all taken care of. No. So, it looks like we've got his attention, don't we? No.
Well, that was the plan.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you all ready?
As well ever be.
I'm ready to give someone a good punch.
Or 4 or 5.
So we don't know what he's going to do.
I mean, last time it was an army, so I'm assuming an army.
It's a reasonable guess.
I think they'd have better things to do with those boys.
You would think, but now that Germany's surrendered, there's just really not much else to do, I suppose. But I've been monitoring the spirit realms, the horizon dimensions. I've been checking in with the residents of the city, and what we've done is nothing short of incredible. We have strengthened things here, and regardless of what's going to happen, please know that you'll be able to use quite a bit of your power without incurring the wrath of reality. You see, darlings, we changed reality. Seattle is what we insist it is right now, and I intend to keep it this way. Yes. So, I'm going to return to the penthouse with forgot one of the icons' names. The icon of correspondence. What's her name?
Because you never spoke it.
I want to say Sophie.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
she-
Sophie sounds right.
Yeah.
Sophie
Yeah.
is one.
Yeah, right? Yeah, Sophie. Yeah,
I'm pulling up the
Sounds
doc.
right.
but
Sophia
I
Wilbur.
think,
Yeah.
I think she's
right?
helped us find.
Yeah, that sounds
Helped us do the totally anticipated move of
Yeah.
going to White Sands.
Yes. Yeah. So it's you four, and then Nona, Sophie, Sammy, and then the two that died. One of whom is now replaced by Jasmine. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So so she says, I'm going to
Sophia Wilbur.
retire to the penthouse with Sophia and Sammy, and we will begin working on strengthening the wards of the hotel so that they won't be able to destroy what we've built here. And so as for the four of you, it's time to put our plans into action, and time for you to be the heroes that I know you are. Are you ready? Do you need a bump or drink? Both?
both. I can take care of myself.
I'll
Thank
never
you.
turn down a drink.
And
I'll roll a cigarette.
yeah, and she just like takes her tiny little purse and she just like takes the little tray from behind the bar and just like empties a whole bunch of pills on it, and she's like candy, anyone? No. But yeah, and then she and Sophia start to head towards the elevator, taking Jasmine with them, and Sammy stops briefly and smiles at all of you, and then just kind of goes over to Banu and just kind of looks in Banu's eyes and says, I am very proud of you, and I wish you all the best. And kisses you very gently on the cheek.
And Mono takes his face in their hands and it's like, darling, there is absolutely nothing in this timeline or anything or any other that we can't all do together. He gives him a big smack on the lips.
Yeah. And his face just blushes, and and he kind of does that shy little like looking down kind of thing as he smiles up at you really big, and then runs after Nona and the others. So yeah, you you no, sorry, GM recalibrating. Anything that you guys want to do? What have you done to prepare? And what was actually, you know what? Let's do a little flashback to early this morning, just before dawn, and the four of you standing in the basement as Ms. Hetty Lamar powers up a newly built portal and smiles at you all and says, okay, you've got 1 minute as you all step into the center of the Pentagon.
Oh.
Oh,
This is gonna be my thing. I'm so happy.
Yeah. What is the artifact that you have brought with you and to deal with the power source at the Pentagon?
think that Thomas managed to, amongst all of the other things that he imported, he brought Scheherazad's veil.
Nice.
And it was actually Scheherazad's veil.
Excellent. And how is it going to help you get what's in the interior of the Pentagon?
It acts as a spinner of tails.
Hmm.
And whoever is wearing it has the appearance perfect of whatever the viewer wants to see.
Okay. Now, as you, yeah, okay. I'm gonna check something real quick. I want to know, what is the power source? What is the thing that that you have to steal?
I think we were expecting that from you.
You want me?
I mean, you're the one who said
You
there's
had
power
a
source
week
here.
to look this
Why
up.
would we decide what that is?
I mean, do you want me to? Yeah. Okay.
It just feels like it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, we say
Uh,
it's a very fragile glass bauble that we can just very easily smash.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
look,
you
we're
could
done.
everything is a glass bauble to Evelyn.
I mean, yeah.
I know.
So, yeah. So you step through the portal, and you find yourself in what seems like a nice little park. They're standing just a few yards away from a gazebo in the middle of this courtyard, and as you appear in the courtyard, with the barest little hint of light as the sun is beginning to rise in the east, the thing you instantly can clock is that you are not alone, and that standing at each entrance of the gazebo is a man in a black suit, black tie, glasses, fedora, black trench coat, all of them looking practically identical, all four of them standing at each arch of the courtyard of the gazebo. And normally, if you just appeared out of the middle of nowhere with a bunch of sleepers around, that would be an instant paradox backlash. But there is no backlash from this. And you can see that these are very similar to the men that you fought on the train and the men that chased you from the train station in Albuquerque. As they look at you, and you see each of them almost in unison just reach up, touch the little button on the side of their glasses, and pull out their guns, which start to glow with the same yellowish green light that you saw that evening in the spirit realm, and they are pointing their weapons at you. What do you do?
Okay, so we're surrounded, yes?
No, you're kind
Or-
of like no, they're
Mhm.
like they're arranged around the gazebo,
Mhm.
and you guys appear just a few yards outside of the gazebo. So you're
Okay.
looking. The four of you are standing there, kind of out in the open, looking at the gazebo where all four of them are standing.
Okay. Evelyn is going to quickly drop to the ground, put her hands to the earth. I haven't really done nature magic, have I? And I want to basically make the earth rupture underneath them to kind of fling them into the air. Put
Okay.
them off balance. Yeah.
Okay. So that's gonna be Mata.
Fuck.
Uh, do you have matter?
I mean, I have some. I have two.
Okay.
I probably should have made like vines grow around. That's fine.
Yeah, all the
You could
Oh, yeah, if you
stick
want-
nature
yeah.
stuff.
If you want, because if you want life,
Yeah.
if you want to do vines, that's life magic.
Yeah, let's do that
Okay.
to just try
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, you
grapple
can.
them.
Yeah, you can like pull up tree roots. That I mean, there's trees around, and
Perfect.
you know, like
we'll
yeah,
manipulate the tree roots
Yeah.
to
you can.
knock guns
Yeah.
out of their hands or make them fall over or
Mhm.
entangle them.
Okay. Yeah, you can do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this would be life 4.
Good, I have that now.
Yeah.
Thanks
And
for the XP.
yeah, and this is vulgar without witnesses, which is so your difficulty is going to be 8.
Well, I will spend 1 willpower for sure. And may as well spend a quintessence because I have so much. Okay, so difficulty 7 with 1.
Yeah, is that right? Let me. Blah 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 blah. So much stuff.
I love the idea.
yeah,
of
highest
this
speed
perfectly
plus 4, yeah.
manicured like lawn suddenly like ruptured
Yeah.
with all the trees and like the vines snake through. It just makes me
Mhm.
very happy.
Yeah.
People
So
were mad at Melania for the
so poison ivy, yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So so you
You're-
roll your Arte difficulty 8,
Uh-huh.
and you are going to mark a point of paradox because it's vulgar.
Okay. Well, my first one.
Yeah.
Well, wait, I spent a quintessence and a willpower, so difficulty 7.
Yes. Difficulty
Plus
7.
my
You got 1
one.
automatic success.
Cool. Oh shit. Oh, okay. So, I thought that was something else. Okay, so I rolled 2 10s.
Nice.
And I have 4 in life now, so that's 5 successes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. And no backlash. So, so describe it like what happens as you erupt the ground underneath them with
Yeah.
roots and vines and.
So this is purely reflexive, so I don't think I'm necessarily going to grapple them, but all the roots are just going to kind of spring up from everywhere. It's flinging them about, or it's whacking them in the face, or hitting the guns out. It's just kind of wild branches flailing,
Mm-hmm.
hitting and flinging people. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and so let's see. Let me just do a abstraction roll here. Okay. Yeah. So they're all like they all kind of like scramble to get out of the way as all of this plant matter just starts wreaking havoc on them. Some of them have to kind of dive to the ground, and one of them just rips himself free and just like runs a little ways down the sidewalk. But one of them is just grabbed by a tree root, and it just wraps around him and slams him to the ground with a thud,
Love it.
and he's kind of out cold. That's when you hear the running footsteps behind you, and Banu, I want you to roll. Want you to roll charisma plus
Uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
yes.
Got that riz.
Yeah. Charisma plus expression.
Okay.
Oh, that is a silver roll.
I was about to say. Rude.
I mean, did you give the veil to Silver?
Yeah,
Or you...
I don't need
Oh,
to
okay.
keep it.
Oh, okay.
I am fine with
Yeah,
it.
you give it to Silver? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
The face.
Yeah. Silver, roll charisma plus expression.
Gladly. Adam asked me to roll a thing I'm good at.
What? What? What is this, a finale or something?
Oh wait, he meant awareness.
Yeah. Yep.
What am I trying to hit again?
So difficulty is actually we're gonna say difficulty is 6.
Yeah, I'll just roll this. Okay.
I'm gonna lower it because there's a veil of Scheherazade involved.
5 and 1 failure, so 4 successes.
Oh, okay. All right. So, do you mind if I just narrate what you
Yeah,
do?
go for it.
So you hear this, these heavy footsteps, like boots, many of them, running up from behind you, and you, Alexander and Banu turn, and you see this like squad of like 8 soldiers in full battle gear and with like automatic rifles and and they're running towards you, and Silver just kind of turns around and pulls this veil over his face, and they all stop and they say, "Protect the general!" And they like and they like form up into a like they form a line between you guys and the men in black, and like right in front of Silver. So yeah, and yeah, which kind of turns some things in your favor a little bit. So
A wee bit.
yeah. Banu or Alexander, what are you doing?
Well, Hetty said we only had a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really seem like quite enough time, does it?
It doesn't. No. Be nice if you had some more time.
It really would be.
Not too bad.
It's the finale. It's
How
gotta
could
have
you
some
do
drama.
that?
It's gotta raise the stakes.
Yeah.
So I am going to slow time
Mm-hmm.
in this localized area
Okay.
in order to give us more of it and them less of it.
Okay.
Whereas in Hetty's lab, I borrowed it from other Hetty's labs.
Uh-huh.
I am going to borrow this from the Pentagon.
Mm.
I am going to borrow this from the spiritual sense of where we are, where it is on the spiritual plane,
Okay.
and use some of that power to give us more time here.
Ooh, okay. All right. I want you to do a roll before you do your Arte roll.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to roll manipulation or wits, whichever one you prefer, whichever one's higher, plus awareness, and you can also add in however many dots you have in spirit.
Okay. And that is plus
For anybody really
3.
familiar with the rules, following along at home, I am making this shit up as I go. I just like to tell them what to roll and make them roll it.
We like it this way
It works
because
out.
it's a 700-page book.
Right.
It
Otherwise,
really is. I'm sorry, what is the difficulty here?
Oh,
Sorry.
difficulty, it would be 7.
Okay, great. So
Normal
that
size.
is 1, 2, 3 successes. All 10s, but I only have 3.
Oh, yeah.
That's so sad for me.
Ah.
But it is 3 successes.
Yeah, that's still pretty awesome. Okay. So you reach into the spirit world with your time magic. And as you connect to the spirit world, you see that it is there is an incredibly thin layer here. The barrier between the real world and the spirit world here are far thinner than they should be, which is great because it allows you easy access to the power from this realm, and that's very useful for you. But it does strike you as this is not normal. This was engineered to be this way, and yeah, and furthermore. Well, actually, so let's go ahead and so now let's make your Arte roll to do the time dilation here. So this would be Yes. So this would be I think a 4 for time dilation, right? And, no, 3. 3. So this is gonna be vulgar without witnesses, or actually no, there's the army guys. So it's vulgar with witnesses. So this is dangerous magic, because these men don't understand, so that means, and it's time 3, so difficulty is going to be 8.
May I ask a question about that?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Are they going to know that time is being affected? Because this seems like perhaps it's not an effect that they would know because they're not able to compare it to anything else outside of time. Because it's localized to this area where they are. It's not like they can observe that the cars are moving like molasses while they're moving at normal speed or anything.
What are you getting the Men in Black too?
And this is where they would be able to observe.
Mm-hmm.
It's localized to us.
Okay.
Like our area.
Mm-hmm.
Like rather than, and that way we can also get one up on the Men in Black
Okay.
because they are still far away from us.
Yeah. Okay. So the Men in Black are going to be slowed, and you guys will have all the time you need. Is the intention, right?
That's the hope.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
So I'm fine with taking the additional difficulty to get exactly what I want.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's going to be difficulty 8, and you'll get a point of paradox, for sure. And botching could be dangerous.
Okay, I am gonna spend a willpower.
Okay.
And
Botching look like time magic.
Have you ever seen Doctor Who?
Right. Yeah.
I'm
It
actually
gets
gonna
messy.
spend 2 compressants to bring that down to a 6, and then
Okay.
ask if my former successes count towards this roll. The ones I just did for the manipulation and all that.
Yes, I will allow that.
Sweet.
Yeah, have you seen Loki season 2? There's a lot of time botches in that one. Yeah.
So that is 6, and then I spent 2. Great. Okay, so 2 successes.
2 successes. Woo! So, yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard.
it is. This is very hard magic, and as you as you are twisting the wires in your hand, you're feeling resistance. Like this is you know these metals intimately, right? But they are pushing back against you in a way that they never have before. But you are able to move them as you need to, and you sense, and you can all sense that time around you seems to slow, and you're moving what feels like normal to you, but the Men in Black go into slow motion. One of them is leaping out of the way of a tree root, and it almost seems like he's just like floating in the air, in mid leap. Yeah. And as you slow the time, and as you pull on that spirit power, you feel this presence reach out to you through the spirit realm, and it says, "Are you here to free me?"
Yes.
I've been waiting so long. And you sense at the center of the gazebo this spiritual presence, and it kind of I mean, from where you are, it kind of just looks like a sort of glowing orb, you know, glowing in this sort of pale grayish blue at the center of the you know, at the center of the gazebo, and but you can sense that's where this voice is coming from. No. Yeah. So, Alexander, what are you doing?
I'm going to stride forward towards all of the agents,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to cast a spell. And what I'm going to do to trigger that is to say, "Hey boys, bet you can't hit me in the heart."
As you hold up the Ace of Hearts.
As I held up the Ace of Hearts, and then I am going to use correspondence magic to link all of the fronts of their guns to the backs of the person next to them.
Okay.
So the front of each person's gun goes to the back of the person to their left.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Wait, is it the military guys or the men in black?
No, this is the Men in Black.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I want them to shoot each other with the plasma guns.
Okay.
Okay, and
They're a
how
little
many
spread out right now, but you know, it's
dots
but
in
this-
matter do you have?
Well, I'm not seeing this as a matter effect, although I do have a dot in matter. This I believe falls under correspondence magic, with me being able to link 2 points spatially.
Yeah, but you have at least one dot in
I do.
matter, right? So yeah, so because you'll need that to affect the material
Okay.
stuff. Yeah. So just wanted to kind of check, but yeah. So just doing the correspondence. This would be.
It looks like correspondence 4 would get it done.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I want to affect all of the Men in Black simultaneously. So I
Okay.
understand that's probably going to increase the difficulty.
Okay.
It's 4 of them, right?
Yeah, one of them's kind of like
Oh yeah, 3.
down. So yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah. So so correspondence 4, this is gonna be vulgar. Yeah, and it's a vulgar with witnesses. So it's gonna be difficulty 9.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well,
No,
that
and
sounds.
mark point of paradox.
Yeah, that sounds like that is.
And make y'all work for it.
Yeah,
So,
that sounds like that is 3 contestants
okay.
and a willpower.
Get it down to 6, difficulty 6. And
Yep.
you got 1 automatic success, so you can't
Yeah.
botch. That's good.
Can I get anything with gambling to make
Oh.
the bet with them?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Roll manipulation plus. What do you use for gambling?
Crafts.
Crafts. Yeah, manipulation plus crafts.
Okay. With what? 7 on this?
7. Mm-hmm.
Nothing on that. And since I rolled before I said anything,
Ah,
that's that.
yeah.
That's fine. I'll just roll my RTA and see what
Okay.
happens.
yeah. At least you can't botch. Important.
They weren't appreciative of your puns at the time.
No, they didn't.
Right. Yeah.
Like, we saw the Punisher dude.
Yeah.
I'm glad I lowered it to 6, because that is 6 on the dice plus the 1 with willpower, so that's
yeah.
4 successes.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Just. Okay. All right. Yeah. So they two of them like look at you and then just like almost with lightning reflexes, like faster than you would even expect somebody to move even without time magic. It's just all of a sudden, and they both like at the same time like take a shot at you, and then you can kind of see the confusion and shock on their faces as as both of them just like their head just jerks back, and they just slump to the ground. No, yeah.
Looks like I won, and I'm getting just straight into the middle of the gazebo.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
one of them will still be alive.
There's still one. Yeah, there's still
No. One of the ones who shot.
Right. Because it went to the person on
Because
the
it's
left.
the person on
Oh.
the left.
Yeah, so
one
one
of
of the ones who shot is still alive.
And then the guy
Yeah.
who was just doing whatever
Yeah.
just died
Right.
too.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And,
Oh,
yeah.
Poor dude.
Right.
Like,
Where
huh?
this hole in my head came
Yeah,
from.
bad day.
Yeah. All right. And so, let's. Okay. Now you had your surprise round. Let's roll initiative. So remember, it's just a single die, and then you add your wits and your dexterity numbers together.
Oh, good.
Okay.
It's so
I'm
bad.
really high in that and I always roll bad, but not this time.
Yeah, me too.
Not this time.
11.
10.
Okay, I'm going to say here, my wits and dexterity are 8. I'm going on 9.
Oh wow,
Okay. That,
I think I've gotten above 10 once this game.
that's sad.
that happens in my D&D game.
Yeah.
I have
15.
checks, but I
15,
never roll
okay.
on initiative.
All right.
That's fine. I like going later in the round anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Silver, then Banu, then
Evelyn,
let's see,
and-
and then
Unless they
yeah, Silver, Banu, Evelyn, bad guys, Alexander,
bad guy.
Bad guy.
yeah, and the soldiers. I'm gonna have them go at the same time. So yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
So it's my turn to just the one left,
It's-
right?
it's your turn. Yeah, there's one man in black left.
And I also would have witnessed what just happened when those
Uh-huh.
two tried to shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, easy. The guy who didn't shoot his gun, I just pulled the trigger. I used the trigger to pull. Like that was an easy puzzle to solve. He just dropped dead and his gun is right there.
Yeah. He's just laying on the ground. His gun is just like like a foot away from his hand as he's just laying on the ground dead, and we just see the trigger go,
Yep.
and
And I go,
I'm not
Shoot,
even
General.
gonna make you roll. Just too fucking good. Yeah. And so the fourth guy is like he's like wondering why it didn't kill you when he shot right at you, and he knows his aim is good.
Right.
And all of a sudden he gets that look like and shock and confusion as his eyes go wide, and and the bullet hole appears in his forehead, and he just slumps back onto the ground, also dead. So it was just so fucking good.
you created the perfect
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
And I like to think it's like the opposite of last episode,
Uh-huh.
episode before last, with Hetty, where Silver's just like, what the fuck? Like, you just couldn't figure it out. This one was just like, wait,
Oh.
Yeah. Circular function.
Uh-huh. Right?
logic. I'm good with logic puzzles. There we go.
God, that's just so good. I just fucking brilliant. I love it. Okay. And it was
I like this idea that Silver is there with his after sets, martini in hand, pencil, logic puzzle, the little grids.
yeah. He's taking the Mensa test. All right. Banu, what do you do?
I need to free whatever is in there.
Yeah.
Do I get the sense that the orb is a prison or the orb is the being?
Roll intelligence plus enigmas.
That is very important.
Or actually perception plus enigmas.
Okay, so enigma is 3, and then perception is 4. 2.
And difficulty is gonna be let's keep it at 7.
Okay. And that's a good thing that I have 4 in perception, because that's 1 success.
Okay.
Because I rolled a 1 and I rolled a 10, but it's
Yeah. skin of your teeth. Yeah. So it's a little difficult to tell from here. Like once you're close to it, maybe you might be able to puzzle it out a little bit better. But you can tell that it doesn't really matter. If the orb is a prison and you take it, then you'll be able to do something about it. If the orb is just the person's, whatever it is, then taking it frees them. Yeah. So it's kind of like, trying to think of a good analogy, but
If you stick a pencil through a piece of paper, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, it's the how do you get to the center of a Tootsie Roll problem?
Yes.
You can
The world may never.
Yeah, you can do all the licks and you can count, or you can just chomp and you'll still get it either way. So so you can't tell for sure the nature of what this is, but if you can reach it, if you can get to it, then then you can take it and you can tell this is a massive source of power.
Okay, great. Then I'm gonna. Yeah. Then the most important thing is getting to it as fast as possible.
Okay, right. I mean, you have your action, so you can, if you want, you can rush over there or rush toward it. You can reach it in this round.
Great, then I'm going to.
Okay.
And then is it how?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it on a pedestal? Is this an orb on a pedestal?
It's not. It's actually sort of floating at just about eye level. If you're like roughly like 5.5 to 6 feet, it's kind of right there at your eye level. As you approach it, you can tell that it looks like a ball of glass, and it has a kind of but from your understanding of metals, like it's pewter, so it's almost like this pewter filigree frame around it, and looks decorative, almost like kind of like very similar to like a Fabergé egg, but instead of an egg-shaped ceramic, it's like a clear glass ball with this pewter design around it. The kind of because I know a lot of you have been playing Baldur's Gate. It looks a lot like the fairy bell, so yeah, and you can see that that embedded into the pewter are these veins of some material that's glowing the way like that same sickly yellow glow from the bomb that you're familiar with, and it's that glow is just slightly pulsing, and you see that inside the glass ball is this. It just seems like light, but you can feel it as a soul. You can feel that there's a person in that.
Never again. I promised myself never again. And these bastards, like, they can use all of us. That we're not even people to them. They're just the source of whatever. Make our cloth until you get too good at it, and then we'll cut off your thumbs. Light our way until you become too bright, and they'll douse you. We love your tea. Until it's too popular. And then we'll burn your fields. And this beautiful being, this beautiful creature, guide us to the spirit plane so we can destroy it. And I say no. I will not allow it.
You feel just a warmth reach out as the glow brightens, and as the light increases in front of you, it feels like the warmth on a warm sunny day, as you feel whomever is trapped in this thing has heard your words and is moved to hope through them, and reaches out to you with all of its strength. And you hear it say, "That's what I needed." And the orb begins to crack and shatter, and then just explodes. And it only explodes for like a few inches and just sort of hovers there in these like tiny little shards of glass and pewter arranged in a globe around it, and then all the pieces just fall to the floor. And the spirit just kind of stands there, and it sort of begins to take on a shape that starts to seem vaguely humanoid, as it's sort of, kind of like when a piece of paper is squished up really tight, and then you put a drop of water on it and it starts to expand. Did you guys all do that with straw wrappers?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. so it's slow, but it's almost like a little wad of paper that's slowly expanding into a human shape. And you can tell it's just ever so slight, but but it is, you can sense through your connection to its spirit that it is starting to remember who and what it was. And it's sort of glides over to your shoulder where your familiar is like has crawled out of your bag and perched up on your shoulder, and it says to you, "Can I stay in this for a little while?"
Yeah, I'm sure Armin wouldn't mind.
And the glowing being just kind of like engulfs and absorbs into the familiar, and then it looks totally normal again, but you can feel this presence of the spirit that's getting a little ride. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Argent.
Argent, yeah.
I'm mixing up my...
Yeah. Yeah. Evelyn, what are you doing?
Are there any other imminent threats?
Um,
I feel like that's been taken care of.
Yeah, the men in black are gone. The soldiers are still there, kind of like they're. It's weird. They're sort of like forming a protective circle around Silver.
Okay.
And they're looking around for threats, but they're like they're clearly on high alert but don't understand what they're looking for.
Right.
So, yeah.
So then, as Arjun, Arjun's the familiar. Yes.
Mm.
So after all that's settled, Evelyn walks up, grabs Bonded by the arm, and says, "Let's monologuing more stealing. Let's go." I'm just gonna pull them back towards the. Time to go. Get to the portal.
Yeah. Yeah. And all right, Alexander, I'll give you the last action as you guys slip are about to slip back through the portal.
So I grab your hand and like laugh on the way back.
I walk back towards the whoever's in charge of the security detail,
Yeah.
and I open up my wallet and I go, Robert Johnson, U.S. Marshal, good job. Clap him on the shoulder and walk into the and walk out.
Yeah. And they're all kind of standing there. Like, Silver, what do you do as you leave?
And they see me as the general.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I want to role play this.
Yeah.
So, and they're surrounding me.
Yeah.
Make a hole, you idiots! And get them to spit
Yes,
on
sir.
the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just walk towards the portal and then look back at them. I just want to say the most confusing shit ever, just to bother them. I go, make yourselves useful, and then I'll walk through.
And they're just kind of standing there, like holding their guns, looking around, and just like absolute utter confusion on
Good.
their faces.
Good.
As the four of you disappear back in through the portal.
I want them to think about that as opposed to who are these strange people. So, what did he want us to do?
What? What?
I told him, U.S. Marshal Robert Johnson.
Yeah.
I flashed the badge.
But, all right, so so knowing those events from this morning, we come back to the carousel room as everyone's filed out. The four of you kind of standing there at the bar, and you watch Nona and Jasmine and Sophie and Sammy leave to head upstairs to do their part, and as you turn back to the bar, you see this knight in shining black and gold armor, where Salazar had been standing, and you can just make out Salazar's beautiful lips under just the little bit of the face that you can see from this elaborate helm that looks that extends up into these black and gold metal antlers, and they're standing there with this and they seem taller than before, like almost like 7 feet tall, but wearing this this beautiful metal enameled armor with all of these gorgeously detailed designs in gold all across the black enamel, and they pull out this long sword that seems like it must be at least 4 feet long, and Salazar says, "Don't worry, I'll watch the door," and like comes around the bar and walks over to the front door of the hotel and just kind of plants themselves there with the hands on the hilt, the blade resting on the ground in front of them, like that Heimdall stance,
Yeah.
And you've never seen this before, but you have this sense of like, oh, Salazar knows what they're doing, I guess. But
That might as well happen.
That's Salazar.
yeah.
Yep. It's cool.
Yeah. And and so now everybody's cleared out of the club except the four of you and Sister Madley, who doesn't seem to move or have taken any notice of what's going on.
Have we figured her out yet?
No.
Okay.
We just accept her.
Yeah.
Who she is.
Do you
You do.
do you want to try and figure her out?
No, more
Okay.
important things. I just. This is not a.
House,
Where's Silver?
Silver does not
what is
care.
the deal?
Yeah, Silver does not care.
What's
Dion.
the deal with Sister Madley?
It's fucking Dion. Silver doesn't care.
Dion. Okay. I will tell you later after all this is over.
Gotcha.
If it doesn't come up in play. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which it may not. And yeah, I'll answer all the questions about Salazar. Also, we'll probably do like a debriefing, kind of postmortem kind of thing
Gotcha.
on the show, and I'll fill you in on all the world building details that we didn't really get to.
So we totally missed because we spent 6 episodes
yeah.
not in Seattle.
Right.
Hey, we go where the story takes us. So, but yeah. So,
Now, what Nona said earlier,
yes.
Seattle is what we insist it to be.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean in plain English? Like, not in Nona.
It means your plans were successful,
Okay.
and you have memed the city in such a way that the city is receptive and broadcasting a safe signal to mages who are devoted to free will and independence of the warring factions. So you can all feel it, especially in this room, as the primal energy radiating out of the emeralds that have been placed around the room. Like you can sense, all 4 of you can sense where every single one of them is placed. You feel it like a tether, like flowing through you, creating this web of power and strength through you. Yeah. And that's when you hear the first howitzer. Yeah. You hear the first booms of shells raining down on attempting to rain down on the city, or starting to sorry, that's terrible narrative. So you can hear the booms from the shelling. You can hear the rumble of the tanks as a military force begins to run through downtown, encroaching on your position. What are you going to do next?
So can we take a moment out of character to talk about
yes,
it and everything?
yeah.
Because we didn't really actually have a battle plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
But I feel like our characters would have been
Yes.
fine
Yeah.
about this.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, so I have an idea that I thought might be interesting if we could bring Graves into the shielded area. Alexander could cast a mind ward that would prevent any mind magic from going either direction. So if he is influencing his other troops, if there is something else going on there, then maybe we could cut him off from his support. So I was thinking if we maybe made it appear as though there's some sort of a weakness of area that he could attack, like we pretend that, a bluff. We're trying to get him to commit forces and be overconfident, and then shut the trap behind him and cut him off from his support. But I don't know if that's...
But what's
like,
going to lure
proposal.
him versus all his minions?
Also, I want to kind of retcon. Sorry, there's not shelling. You don't hear fire, but you hear the tanks. You hear the
the rumbling of the
trucks.
force.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, it's not like it's not an assault right now. It's just an occupation underway. Yeah.
The bluff could be, we could have one very juiced up Evelyn put on a bluff that, like, this is the final line and we will never let you cross this line, and hold the line for a while, and then defeatedly retreat back.
I mean,
I'm fine with that.
and we have an ace in the hole.
Mhm.
If you don't mind me
Mhm.
using the expression.
Oh, of course.
We have the power that he wanted, that he was using, that
Oh,
he
yeah.
needs.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah, we already have it. I forgot about that. It was
Yeah.
just now.
You want it? Come and get it. Because what we can do is, if you can create like a duplicate of the sphere, I can go out there and be like, ah, ha, ha, ha. Come and get it. Come chase me.
Right.
We can make
Let's
it
go.
look like you're using the sphere itself
Yeah.
to power yourself.
Yes.
That's true.
He would understand that.
Yeah.
Yes. And I literally haven't done any shapeshifting this game just by saying I'm a shapeshifter, so I think it might be time. So, oh, you know what? I know exactly. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to have done some intel gathering from my spy for some photos, but
Yeah.
of who to look like. But
Okay.
I love it.
I don't want to do.
And
Okay.
I've been trying this whole game, but all the battles have been like today's, like very quick and over an instant.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I might as well just take out the last one or
Yeah.
take out, yeah. But I kind of want to spend the morning before, if I can sort of do the. I want to use my matter to make everybody some kind of a weapon to help them out for the day.
Okay.
So like, I know Alexander uses guns. I was thinking like I can either enhance his bullets in some way. Evelyn, I
I'm a brawler.
want to
so
make you some big old braces.
Oh,
yeah.
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 Just
You,
some
you
brass
could make
knuckles.
me, yeah, you can make me armor.
Yeah.
Or brass knuckles.
No,
The
no, no,
brassiest
no. I want you to
of
hit harder.
Okay.
Hit harder.
Okay.
And I didn't know what to do for Banu though. I don't know how I can matter
could-
help you.
You could see with like a whip or something. Get creative.
I think that if we piggyback a little bit on colonial powers and trading amongst the countries, if you want to make me some fireworks,
That works. That works.
Yeah. Okay.
basically grenades. Basically grenades.
Right.
But grenades are boring.
Grenades with a show.
Pretty grenades.
If there isn't a show, what's the point?
Yeah. Right.
That's Bonu's motto.
Okay, so let's have you do.
So I'm making
Yeah.
fake egg, bracers, armor-piercing bullets,
Sure.
and
Okay.
pretty grenades.
Okay.
Real beautiful red and gold grenades.
Can I help him? Because I got 2 spheres in mind. Oh, sorry, not mind. In matter.
In matter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it
okay.
sounds like you're making a lot, so you might want a little
Yeah.
bit of extra.
Yeah, yeah.
And
But I'm assuming I didn't do all this at once. Like we're talking about like what we.
Okay.
yeah,
This
you-
would have been
yeah,
like over time.
right. Yeah.
Like today would have just been a surprise. Like, hey, you guys,
Yeah.
look what I've been working on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Look under your chair.
and
Sorry.
what level of
You get a weapon, and you get a weapon.
what level or how many dots in prime do you have?
Oh, that one? You sure that
Yeah.
one? Just
Uh-huh.
one.
Just one. Okay. Does anybody else have high prime?
I do. I have 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's nuts. So yeah, so let's have you help him. So let's have you both roll Arte. And this would be difficulty 7.
Oh, I botched.
I am going to spend
You
a
have
willpower and a
to-
contestant.
I was too excited.
Botched?
Yeah, I rolled a 9 and 2 ones.
I'm going to spend
I told
because these rolls are collective.
Wait, no,
Wait,
that's not a
just a
botch.
failure.
That's
That's
just a
just a
failure.
failure?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to
What's a
roll
botch?
no successes in a
Oh.
1 before.
Okay, 'cause
yeah.
I thought
So yeah,
I thought it
as-
canceled out.
It
'Cause
does
one was
cancel
canceled
out,
plus
but
the
it's,
1.
yeah, it does cancel out your success, so
Uh-huh.
so the roll fails,
Uh-huh.
but it's not a botch unless
like-
you have no successes rolled.
At all. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Wow. I
yeah.
was gonna say it's always when we're making things.
I
you
know, right? Yeah. So and you both need to mark point of
Okay.
paradox.
Let's
Oh,
see.
So because these are going to be non
Sorry, I'm just so
Yeah.
excited.
What was the number?
7.
And you spun a quintessence, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's 6 then.
Doesn't matter.
Oh no.
Oh,
But
no.
you have a will. We used a willpower.
Yes, 0 successes.
Is that not a? Oh, that's that a 5?
That's a 5.
Uh,
I spent all my
But you-
good rolls.
But you spin a willpower, so
One
you know,
success.
botch.
Can make
Yeah.
one.
Well, I didn't fail. There were no failures, but no successes. It was a
I
good.
should've
It was
said
a straight.
Wait, did you? So did you roll a 1 or no?
No.
So you have a success because you
I-
spent a willpower.
Yeah, 1 success. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
It was 2, 2, 3, 4, almost a straight. 2, 3, 4, 4, 5.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So how many total successes happened? 1. Okay.
That I purchased.
Hey, if you can't make your own successes, store bought is fine.
It's fine. I didn't really
That's
need
how you
those
become a
gloves.
billionaire
I
in
didn't need those
America.
gloves anyway.
Okay.
Just buy it.
All right. Okay. Alexander, would you draw a card for you, Banu, and Evelyn? And yeah.
No, but I will draw a card for me, and I
Okay.
will
Yeah.
let.
And yes.
Is there
do this
some
with 2
way?
hands.
Mm-hmm.
Is there some way? No, because I didn't botch, huh?
Yeah.
I want this to blow up on me, but let them
No,
still get their
that's
weapons.
fine. I don't need my weapon. I'll be fine.
Yeah. And you didn't make anything for yourself, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. Okay. So so would all 3 of you show me your card, please?
Yeah.
No.
Ooh, I got a good one.
I drew the short stick here. I think that's the 8 of spades.
Clubs.
Yeah.
The 8
No,
of clubs.
10 of hearts.
I can read things.
Okay.
And King of Hearts.
No, it's spades.
It is?
Okay.
I feel like I
Oh,
can
it
make,
is.
Spades.
I want to
It
make
is,
use
it
of
is.
this for my spell, actually.
Yeah.
I was like, well, am I?
All right,
Nope.
and
No, I was wrong.
Nick, can you give me a card?
Yes.
It's like that was about to be a 52 card pickup.
No, I wanted to choose the card for him. I didn't want him to have the agency. I wish I'd been playing card tricks though, because now I need to know what that was.
Yeah, you'll.
I just saw it.
Yeah.
I will say nothing.
That's fine.
That's
I
all right.
mean,
'cause
I
you
could
don't
go-
know what it means.
I don't.
True. I could go through and figure out what it is since I know which other one's missing now.
Yeah.
But
It'll be in the
Yeah.
it'll be in
But-
the decomp.
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I'll probably tell us
Okay.
when it happens.
So all I'll tell you is that one of them works.
One. Oh.
So
My idea.
you'll find out when you use them which one
Stupid dice.
actually worked.
Fine, everything's
I
fine.
try to do good things for my friends.
I know.
You know what? That's
Thank
it.
you.
Magic messes up whenever I try to help you guys.
Yeah.
Magic's telling you to be more
helping us.
selfish.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as you're selfish.
It's not like my
fine.
nature is smart or anything. It's not like I'm trying to do good for other people. It's not like
I'm just
when I
saying.
built this character around was trying to help other people. It's not like I made a
Yeah.
support character.
Mhm. Yeah.
No.
What's your demeanor?
Yeah.
Benefactor.
Mm.
Trying to help people. Just failing.
Yeah.
It does feel like you should get some willpower back just for trying to be a benefactor.
Yeah, I'll give you a willpower point back. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. You
Okay.
tried.
Take it,
There's
take
something.
it.
You tried. Bless your little heart.
It's a bark.
That is the
least
phrase
you
for this
tried.
one.
Yeah. You can just hear your dad upstairs.
Oh no!
Like,
Oh, emotional damage.
This
told him how to do it.
And now you lose the willpower.
If
for
he
that.
would have listened to me, he would have done it right the first time.
All right.
And
Bye,
just
everybody.
cut once. That's what I
Silver
always
goes
told
home.
him.
No.
Oh my god, this is why it failed.
yeah.
Just pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
And
Oh
I
my
just
God.
gave myself psychic damage through memories.
I know, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
The reason I'm so good at this is because that's my dad too. Like, voice was different, but yeah. Yeah. I could never do anything correctly if my dad was watching. Like, I could do it right,
That's
40 times in a row. And as soon as dad was watching, I would screw up opening the doorknob. Like, I would find a way to mess that up. Okay. So yeah.
But one works.
Yeah. One of them works. Yeah. You just don't know which one. And
But we don't know that. So
That's right.
to all of our knowledge,
They all work.
you're welcome.
So,
Mhm.
This is going to be so much fun.
It won't.
yes.
It's a,
Look, part of the fun is having the failures once in a while because if you're
Yeah,
always
yeah.
guaranteed
Yeah,
to
right.
succeed, there's no stakes and there's no tension.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. Yeah, and yeah, that's why I love like the random element of gaming.
Yeah.
and because like we could sit around and we could make up a story together, but the randomizing element just like it just adds in that extra bit of surprise for all of us, and I love
Turning
it.
them screws.
Yeah, yeah.
yep.
Okay, so so the thing that as you stand there in this barrier, sorry, retconning a little bit. So you've got the club set up as this is your place where he won't be able to get his mind magic in, right? And
Well, I was planning on slamming the
Oh.
door like over the city. Like once he comes in,
Oh, okay. Oh, got it. Okay. All right.
like
Okay.
lure him in and then break his connection to anyone else he's got on the outside.
Got it. Okay.
Did we ever figure out the range on his power? Did we know that for a fact?
No.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Hundreds
since
of
he's
miles.
Literally
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to get him physically into the club?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, at this, I will say, you guys aren't dumb. Like at this point, you don't know for certain if he's physically present, right? Like he can operate at quite a distance, that he has a lot of influence. So I would say, like the logical assumption is that if you can't see him physically, then it's going to be hard to verify whether or not he's actually in the city, and it's okay to slam the cage shut. So yeah,
Okay. Well, hopefully my plan to be the bait will
yeah.
work. We'll see.
Yeah, and rather than set up at the front door, Salazar is set up at the door to the stairwell, and like between the stairwell and the elevators, guarding the any path to upstairs. Yeah.
When you said one of them works, the decoy is okay though, right?
Oh, this
Huh?
I'm just referring to your weapon.
The-
Okay.
yeah.
The decoy. The
The
decoy.
decoy thing.
Yeah, that's my
yeah,
magic that I
Yeah,
gotta
that's
do.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Which
Okay.
maybe will work. We'll
Find out. I need
see
to
what
cast my
happens.
spell.
It's a thing.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So you hear these the very loud trucks roll up outside, those giant green trucks with the canvas backing the troop carriers that you're all familiar with. You hear what must be several of them roll up, and you can hear the scuffling outside as soldiers unload from them, and you hear the clack of guns being loaded and checked, and all of a sudden, through the front door of the lobby, the doors are just slammed open with a
You don't have
thud,
to go out.
and like dozens of men in black start swarming into the lobby, like they're gonna practically fill it, and first, at least a dozen of them like head straight towards Salazar, and you see Salazar with just this grace of an angel just start slicing through them, as longsword in hand, and like dancing a flurry of deadly sword play as they rush them, and it seems like there's like almost no end to them. It's like that fight scene in the Matrix with all the agents, and there's Salazar, armored Neo, right in the middle of it all. So But almost as even more than the ones rushing the elevator are the ones rushing towards the club and rushing towards all four of you as they stream in. And, what are you gonna do? Oh, we should roll.
Oh, I was
initiative.
gonna say, like,
Is
right
there,
as the doors open, I was gonna throw the grenades.
Oh,
Like,
I need to get up to the roof.
yeah. Okay.
that'll be great.
I probably should have done my
Ooh.
spell before this.
Mhm.
It's fine. I'll do it on the way.
Oh yeah, we can retcon that you've done that you did the spell while you were
The
waiting for
shape-shifting
everybody to
spell?
show up. Yeah,
Cool.
you knew you were gonna do that.
Yeah.
So,
So at some point, Evelyn will go to, I guess, a nearby lady's room, and she opens the envelope that she received from Betty earlier today, which has some photos in it. And she
Oh.
holds up the photo of the general's wife, holds it in front of her in front of the mirror, casts her magic, and transforms herself to look like his wife.
Nice.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Gotta make it personal.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we won't get him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Let me. Okay. And yeah. So okay. So you're gonna roll your Arte. This is life 3, I think. And it's vulgar but without witnesses. So difficulty 7.
Okay, well, I'm definitely gonna spend a willpower
Okay.
because I need this to work.
What? Are you sure? It's probably gonna be fine if you don't want to.
Look, I think I look. I know what'll happen if I botch, and I really don't want that. So it's my time. Like, should I spend? You know, I have so much quintessence. I'm gonna spend one just in case.
Okay.
Okay, so it's 6s and plus 1. Ooh, nice. Very, very nice indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a lot. So sorry,
I
I'm
rolled
also
a
looking at
10.
something.
And 2 9s and a 6 plus the 1 success. I might have a little bit of overkill.
Yeah.
When I
yeah.
overspend, that's when I just.
You look not only like her, but a more beautiful version of her.
Yeah.
So,
You look like his wife on date night.
Yeah.
all
Right,
dolled
yeah.
up.
Yeah. And you know from a note scribbled on the back of the photograph, her name is Grace.
Grace.
And
Okay.
yeah. And you know what? Roll.
It has detailed descriptions on what color her hair actually is, since
Oh, yeah.
my photo.
Yeah, I kind of guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Roll. I want you to roll manipulation plus leadership.
Okay. Oh, yeah, where's leadership? I thought I had leadership. All right, I guess I don't. All right, that is nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Nothing.
All right. Okay. Sorry. There's something else you don't know.
Okay,
It's
it's fine.
But we'll see.
That's fine. Can't be too perfect all the time.
That's right. Exactly. Okay. But your disguise is flawless. It is absolutely everything that you need it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll
So-
go find. I'll go borrow Nona's most like dramatic, beautiful gown too.
Yeah. Yeah.
No need to do matter.
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Especially
Borrow
since
dress.
that could like explode on you if you try.
As Adam looks pointedly at Dion.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can do it.
I can do it if it wasn't for me.
Right.
Making my own shirt, it would have been fine.
Right.
Oh, do you want to put on the dress?
I could probably transform you to be the big.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right, let's roll initiative. It's a single die, place your wits and
Okay.
dexterity numbers.
Slightly better. So that's
I rolled a 10.
rolled a 9.
Plus
14.
So
13?
maximum.
13,
at
14.
14. Okay.
17.
Nice.
Maximum dex.
16.
Maximum initiative.
Wait, what? Oh, yours.
Oh, I said I rolled a 9. 16.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So, and you had 17, Emily? Okay. So, Emily.
I love that.
You-
My best roll, and I'm still last.
Wait, I need to make you the fake sphere.
Yeah. What
No,
was
I did.
your-
That's
You
why
did?
I asked him.
13.
13. Okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
that
oh,
the
that
fake
was
spear
part
is
of
good.
the-
Yeah.
That was, I made the
Oh,
3
okay.
weapons in the fake
Gotcha.
sphere.
Yeah, you guys had the ability to do
Okay.
that earlier.
Yeah, 'cause
so
that doesn't need to be
yeah.
magical.
Yeah, actually, give me an Arte roll for that spear. See how that works. And,
Doesn't
and
need
I,
the same
I did not make it
level.
for Evelyn.
Yes.
Dice.
It doesn't need to be.
I made it for no. I made it because I wanted it.
Yeah.
It just needs to look like the sphere. It doesn't need to.
And 3 successes.
There you
Okay.
go. That's all
Alright.
they needed to hear.
There you go.
Because I wanted it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you wanted it. So, yeah. All right. Okay. So Evelyn, you're
Yeah?
up first. Grace Groves.
I'm gonna grab my skirts and run up to the roof.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I want to get on top of the roof, like towards the front of the building, be very much like, hello, look over here.
Uh-huh.
Kind of hold up the sphere. And I call
Okay.
out, darling, I'm waiting for you.
and you see down below, down on the street, and because your eyes are excellent, because you can
Magic.
have, because you have magic eyes. Damn it, so jealous. And you can see down on the street, the door of a car opens up. And you see this man in his khaki uniform step out, and he looks right up at you, and you see a look of confusion and suspicion that quickly. Well, actually, no. What's your willpower?
Current or total?
Total. Yeah.
9.
What's your, 9. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Whose idea was the mind thing? Is that yours, Alexander? The mind cage
to make the
kind
ward.
of thing?
Yeah, yeah.
The ward.
What was your intention with that?
My intention was to cut off his ability to be connected to anybody else and prevent him from the ability is to prevent him from using mind magic. So if that would end up being, I mean, mechanically, probably, my successes are subtracted from his dice pool or something. I don't know. But I'm using the correspondence effects to be able to create wards if you have access to the other spheres that would relate to.
Okay. What are you doing, right before, well, actually, so
I wouldn't have cast it yet because we didn't know that we have him yet.
yeah.
So it wouldn't be until he shows up. So if he comes out swinging, then I'm going to try and, close the gate as soon as I can. But
Yeah.
until I knew he was there, I wasn't going to be sitting there holding this spell.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, got it. Okay.
Are you looking out the window to see?
No, I'm down in the bunker.
Of course you are.
So he looks up at you, and there's at first this confusion that quickly turns to furious anger as he realizes what you've done. And
Monster.
and you at first you feel his brain trying to get into yours, and you feel that kind of pushing on your mental barriers, but then you remember the techniques that Sammy taught you, and you strengthen your mind, because you knew he'd probably try something like this, right? And as you steel your mind against him, you can feel that ripple effect as reality the reality that you've all created in Seattle reacts violently to his efforts to control another person through mind magic, and you see his entire body just slam backwards into the car. And as he looks back up at you, angry, like you can see a trickle of blood coming down his nose. And as he glares at you, grabs a gun out of the car and starts marching deliberately towards the doors.
I look down and say, "Come and get it," and then I'm going to, lick the dress and whirl away dramatically. And then can I use mine to call down to the others, be like, "He's coming."
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
He's here.
yeah. So Sammy has you all connected through through a mental link.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to work after the trap is closed. You'll lose that ability, but for right now you can communicate with each other telepathically.
I'll say specifically, he's coming inside, guard your minds. I was so tempted to just drop the sphere off and let it shatter, but I knew that would destroy the ruse. But how dramatic would that be?
Yeah. All right. Silver, what are you doing as dozens of men in black stream into the lobby and some of them start heading towards all of you in the carousel room?
All right, so we're being surrounded by dozens of people, and we know he's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I need the riffraff to stop. So I'm going to use some forces magic, which I don't get to do very often.
Oh.
And I want to try what would probably be most effective. We are in the club, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're coming in the lobby, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but no, the general's not in here yet. I don't want to block him out. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
I mean, you could try just bam.
Nah.
What could go wrong?
A lot. I am going
Just
to
change his shirt.
I turned all of their shirts purple. So when I botch, all their shirts blow up.
Perfect plan.
I think this is a great plan. Would you like to try it?
No,
No.
because when I succeed, they're all purple. I'm going to be very.
Yeah, this time you'll roll like 12 successes.
Yeah. And it'll be the deepest purple you've
Yeah.
ever seen.
And it never stains, never gets dirty.
Yeah.
How about I just push air pressure? Like I want to try to just knock them all down.
Yeah.
Like I'm assuming they're moving like soldiers in a very uniform way. And so I just want to bowling for soldiers.
Yeah, okay.
And just kind of get him away from us, buying time so he can get there.
Yeah, okay. All right.
It's time for hurricane.
Oh, I had an idea.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Yeah.
Hurricane Silver.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
We should do
Um,
the ear drop thing. We call it ear drop first.
Ooh. Okay. Sorry. Let's see.
Next
So so this would
It
be
was either this or like, yeah. Okay.
so this would be vulgar without witnesses.
Right.
So and
I think they're all about to witness this.
yeah.
But they're all magic.
But yeah, they're all
Oh, that's
yeah.
true.
Okay, so so I think this would be forces 3 probably.
I got 4 of them.
Okay, yeah, so you can do this for sure. So forces 3, yeah, you may conjure winds. Yeah.
I did this earlier to make a sandstorm, but this time I want
Yeah.
way higher speeds.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send them flying.
Massive air pressure.
Yep.
Yeah. You're just gonna do a jet stream, basically.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. So forces 3, vulgar without witnesses. So difficulty is 7.
Okay.
And mark a point of paradox.
Point of paradox. Oh wow, because I already had some. I'm racking up. All right. 1 quintessence and 1 willpower.
Okay. So that'll take it down to 6 and an automatic success.
And So that's down to a 6, right?
Uh-huh.
Good. 1 success.
1 success. Okay.
And I bought it.
Oh, okay.
I got 6 and a 1, so they cancel it out.
Hey, today this is the game to spend all those bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Even if I would have loaded it again, I still didn't have a 5.
Yeah.
So you're able to do this magical effect, but it doesn't have like everything is rushing in at you so fast. You know, there's just you're not able to take the time that you really need to conjure this up with the strength that you had hoped for, and also as you're conjuring up this air force, oh my god, this force of air, you sense that there is a resistance from them, like they are their objection to the magically vulgar is so strong that that it causes your spell to be weakened. You just can't push past their belief system, essentially. But you you push this force of air out, and it takes one or two of the guys and just slams them, like sends them flying across the room, and they slam into the wall and just crumple. But there's still a lot of them left. Yeah.
They resisted they resisted the sandstorm. How rude.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Boo! Boo!
Denied.
Fanu, what are you going to do?
Try and fix it in post. I dare you.
I am going to. The Mayflower Club is where we all feel young at heart.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like when they're coming in and they really, really feel like they're so strong in their beliefs. I see how strong their beliefs are. But what if we went back to a time when their mind was a little more flexible?
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so that sounds like,
Because you know
Yeah.
who's the most rebellious?
are you doing teenagers or toddlers?
Teenagers.
Oh,
No,
I
toddlers
thought you were
are the
going
most-
toddlers.
I feel like toddlers gets into our alliance territory.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But teenagers just
Uh-huh.
full of rebellion,
Yeah.
full of that nobody can fucking tell me what to do.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah,
Screw
absolutely.
you, man.
Yeah.
You're the man.
So I say that's time 3 and mind 3. You have mind 3, right?
I have mine too,
Mine
but I
too.
have time 4.
Yeah, I think mind 2 is enough because you can influence people with mind 2. Yeah. Yeah. So okay, so that's gonna be so are their bodies gonna turn into teenagers or just their minds?
I
Or-
think, I mean, there's not a ton of difference,
Mm-hmm.
but it would be really,
Be funny to turn them.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to because it would be funny.
All of a sudden they have so much acne.
Yes.
Yeah. And you have life spheres?
I have a life series,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. All right. Just one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So you can make some effort in that. It's hard to really make that happen physically without a higher life sphere. So you would need to team up with somebody who has higher life sphere, or yeah. So
I'm a little busy
or-
right now.
yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So but you could definitely do the mind thing.
We'll do the
until-
mind
yeah.
thing and really ram it home. because I've got 3 spheres in spirit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So if I reach back for their presence that is back there on the spiritual plane, that is a much purer sense of who they are.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna actually make it coincidental. So your difficulty is only gonna be 6, and yeah, and I know you have at least 1 in correspondence. So
I do.
yeah,
I have 2 in there actually.
cool. Okay, so I should be lowering these difficulties because you're
Hey,
you're
our
in
wellspring, right?
you're near a node, and you are and you're like in your you're in your chantry essentially. So so your difficulty is going to go down by 1, so it's actually 5.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm still going to use a willpower on it.
Okay.
And might be too much, but to enhance this process, I want to use the Veil of Scheherazade
Okay.
and present myself to them as the person they most desired and cared for at the age that I am reaching for.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So let's do an Arte roll. So your difficulty is going to be 6.
5?
because you spent quintessence.
I thought you just said it was going to go down by 1.
Yeah,
But
I did. That's right. Yeah, goes down to 5. That's right. Sorry.
Great.
That was like 15 whole seconds ago. I can't be expected to remember that.
I mean. And then I'm going to spend a willpower.
Damn it, Nick.
What?
Nick just said in the chat.
No.
Yeah,
I didn't want to interrupt the game. That's why I bit my thumb, bit my finger, and then I put it over here. This is serious. We're doing
Serious podcast.
Yeah.
here.
It's terrible. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Pooja. What does Banu roll?
3, 5 successes, 6 successes.
Oh, Lord. Okay, that's pretty effective. So a huge chunk of them, you see them kind of stop in their tracks, which causes a lot of others to stumble, and there's kind of a general they're otherwise well organized, streaming in and heading towards all of you. It just suddenly turns into this almost like Keystone Cop routine as a whole bunch of them stop unexpectedly, and others stumble into them, and
it's all elbows and knees.
yeah, and a whole big group of them are just staring at Banu, and just kind of standing there staring bewildered.
And I step out and I say, "Why do you want to hurt me? I thought you said you had always loved me."
Yeah, and that's so good. You see, a lot of the ones who had stopped, you see, they're, they almost start to, flicker a little bit. Some of them look like their eye is twitching. A couple of them, shiver a little. And some of them, their hair changes color from that, sandy blonde that they all had. And, some of them have start to show black sideburns and a red tinge, or some of them start to show stubble on their faces where they were all clean shaven before. It just weird little things start to kind of shake around as the transformation seems to be a little interrupted. And a lot of them seem to be dealing with the chaos Several of them are starting to recover themselves, and they've got their guns out, and several are starting to aim guns in your direction. So, Alexander, what do you do?
Well, I think it's time to slam the gate on Groves.
Okay.
So I
And actually, yeah. So as they're all streaming in, you see Groves step in through the front doors of the hotel, and he's and he just kind of steps in and just kind of is looking around, like trying to assess the situation.
okay,
And he's now inside.
great. I'm going to shut down mind magic
Okay.
as much as I can. Bar it from the premises as a ward.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I guess this is just going to be a straight up Arate roll because I can't think of another way that I would make this support this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So with that being said, let me go ahead and spend the all important willpower.
Mm-hmm.
And what is my? Do you want to set what my target is? So I
Yeah.
know
So
how much Arate?
yeah. So yeah. So this is pretty difficult. So I'm because you're dealing with somebody who has more understanding of the mind sphere than anybody you know except Sammy, right? And Sammy has helped build this, right? So you had the right person helping you, but the entropy magic here, the chaos that has to be controlled is supreme. So this is going to be an entropy 5.
Okay.
It is coincidental. So that's in your favor. So difficulty's going to be 8. Normally I would say, because you're in the node, it's going to go down 1, but I'm going to cancel that out because this is extraordinarily difficult thing to do.
Okay.
So difficulty is staying 8 unless you pay down with quintessence.
Okay. Then let's pay down with quintessence. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
6 successes.
Okay, and then Sammy's
I
help.
counted that twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. That's 5. Yeah, 6 is right.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6.
Okay. And then Sammy's help added 2 more, so it's
Okay.
8 total.
But they were all successes, weren't they? Because you brought down to 5.
I did bring it down to 5. You're right. I'm sorry. I have another one. 7 successes.
I want you to have as many fucking successes as
I want to shut this
possible.
dude down.
So 7 plus Sammy's 2 would be 9 then?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. All right.
Power of teamwork.
Wow. Well, that worked out really well for you.
Is that a botch? Is that a
that's-
famous down a botch on a bad guy?
This is the second time the general has botched
Wow.
Yes.
getting his ass kicked on mind magic. So
Good.
yeah.
Destroying his confidence. That's important.
yeah.
Although he does not affect the actual workings of consciousness, he can cause synapses to misfire, thus confusing perceptions and mental processing, inflicting penalties on enemies' dice rolls, blah, 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 some other stuff.
Yeah.
But that's straight off of the
Oh.
the entropy page.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
he should be pretty well scrambled, I hope.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, and you see him just kind of like he just grabs his head, like like something is clearly going wrong in his brain. He pulls out he already has his gun out, and he just starts shoving Men in Black out of the way, stalking towards you guys, and and like gun forward, firing at you.
What's the matter, Groves? Got a headache? Come on up. We don't mind.
He is just glaring at you. Yeah.
So mean. But did he wipe the blood from his nose?
He did not. It is still streaming down his nose and actually coming down even harder now.
I
Like,
love that. I gave him
Yeah.
an anime nosebleed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Sort of.
Yeah.
a little bit
In a way.
different style.
Yeah.
I sent some big get out of my mind to Charles.
Yeah. Charles, no. Don't you know who I am? Okay, so Alexander, you feel the numbness more than you feel the pain as a bullet rips into your shoulder.
Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
to your left shoulder.
Do I get a resist on that at all?
You do not. No, you cannot dodge bullets. So,
No, but I do
or
have a
like, so-
bulletproof duster.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
I do.
Oh, okay. All right. So you can try to soak that damage,
All
actually.
right.
So, yeah, so roll the soak for the duster.
Force. I have a 9, and the other numbers are probably too low to count, but no failures.
Okay. Yeah, or any 7 would be the difficulty.
Okay. Nope. All the other dice are below the halfway point on a D10.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But hey, 1.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All right. So you only take 2 lethal damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know where damage is on this sheet because we haven't like
On
dealt
health.
with
Oh.
this
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah,
this is the first time
health.
any of
We've
us have
done
taken
too
damage.
well,
Yeah.
except for
I've been
Silver.
hurt.
So in the bottom
I
right
mean,
corner,
no one
where
could
it says
possibly
health-
get hurt in this game.
Not at all.
No way.
It's funny. I can't hurt you all with
There
magic,
it
no
is.
matter what
Health.
I do.
Okay.
But
I can.
I could shoot you. Yeah, you
Yes.
can hurt us. Yeah. So
That's
you'll mark 2 boxes. So you'll mark an
go to
X,
hurt.
an X in both bruised and hurt.
Okay. So
And
I'm at a
notice-
-1.
Yeah. So that's a -1. That's -1 die to all of your rolls. Any
Okay.
action you take is
Great.
1 less die.
There's no like
So-
stamina.
Quick question: How does it? Do you heal like after? Is there a certain? Oh no, you healed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
okay.
be
Perfect,
healed
yeah.
with magic.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm trying to remember how I got back to full. I
Yeah.
just remember.
sorry, I think it's actually more
remember now.
damage than that.
I think it is too.
Yeah,
I think
'cause
it's
I-
whatever the rating of the
Yeah.
weapon is, and
Yeah.
then extra successes
Yeah,
deal.
so
So,
we got-
like
Yeah.
he has to hit, and if he hits, it does whatever the weapon damage is, and then additional successes on the hit
Yes.
are additional points.
That's correct. Yeah. So I need to find the.
Since I'm I
weapon.
think the only other one who's used weapons in this
Yeah.
game that way,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
aren't just punching people.
Like I know I have firearms, but why bother?
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, some of us don't need guns.
I used my
Sorry,
gun,
just
but I
looking through
shot
the
a tire out
700
instead of
pages, trying to find the
shooting a person.
weapons.
That's true. I've shot a lot of people in this game.
You just headshot.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
shot a bunch of people in this game.
Wait, you have a pistol, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Revolver. What is the damage on that?
Damage on a revolver, on a heavy revolver, is damage 6.
Okay, so it'd be that.
A
So-
light is a damage 4.
Yeah.
Just-
Okay. So he got 2 extra successes. So he got 3 successes total. So that would be 9, and you soaked one of them.
Oof.
What's your rating on the bulletproof duster? Doesn't it have a number?
It's
soak number?
force soak versus lethal, slashing, and piercing.
Okay, so that soaks 4 of them automatically. You don't have to roll for that.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So 9 minus 4, so 5 damage.
That's still
Is-
plenty.
Does
Yeah.
stamina soak anything, or is that different?
Stamina can soak bruised
Gotcha.
damage. So if you get punched, then you can soak the damage of that from stamina. But weapons like lethal damage, no.
Gotcha.
So lethal damage, you have to have some kind of armor, or like you can transform your body to be able to soak lethal damage. But and you can also use magic to soak aggravated damage too. But yeah. Okay. So yeah, guns are dangerous, even
Yeah.
for mages. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why fight magic with magic when you can just use a gun?
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. So
He's found our weakness.
yeah.
Mundane weapons.
Tired of things not seeming scary, so I'm just gonna shoot you now.
Accio Glock.
Right? Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. And
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah. Hashtag fuck that bitch.
Oh, I was talking about Glock.
Oh, I
You got the brand name Glock.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I don't know that, but yeah.
We talked about the brand that shall not be named.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clever.
Evelyn.
Thank you. Hi. Am
do
I even
you-
there yet?
Oh, you're not actually. Yeah.
like,
you-
I would be
yeah.
close, but I don't think I'm there yet.
Yeah, you'll have
'Cause
to.
I gotta
yeah.
get down from the roof.
Yeah, you're in the elevator.
Sure.
Girl from Ipanema is playing.
That's exactly what I thought. Like,
Which is a brand new song.
Right? Yeah, brand new. Yeah.
this elevator is so slow too.
Yeah.
How many floors is did we establish this?
It's why you're
Four.
using time magic again.
There is an actual number. I don't remember what it is. But
Got you.
Yeah.
No, there are 4
Um,
parts of it, but like the hotel isn't one floor.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Right? Like
I mean,
No.
we don't live in the
Correspondence
brothel.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's that's a separate building.
Yeah. The brothel was it's another building.
oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The hotel. So there's the bottom floor, which is the lobby
Right.
and the club and the restaurant, and then like the second floor and up are the hotel rooms.
Right.
And then the top 3 floors are the penthouse, the townhouses,
Right.
and the penthouse.
That's what I was saying. I said
Yeah.
the hotel isn't just one floor. The hotel is multiple
Right,
floors.
yeah.
According to the image, it is 13 floors, I believe.
Yeah.
Counting the
That seems
windows.
Yeah.
In a 40s elevator. Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On the other hand, there's someone to talk to because it also has someone who's manning the little
Right.
the
I
dial.
think it actually
Yeah,
runs
that's
down the
true.
stairs
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this gown? Are you kidding? I could hurt myself. I could trip.
Would you though?
Yeah.
Fair.
I mean, actually, you could just allow yourself to just be sturdy enough to just jump to the
Yeah.
ground.
That would scare some people down below.
Yeah.
I mean, the only people people down below aren't they the people we want to be scared?
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
too late. I didn't.
Okay, Banu, I need you to roll dexterity plus athletics.
Okay.
I'm giving, and same thing for Alexander and Silver. Yeah.
Dexterity plus athletics.
Dexterity plus athletics.
Okay, that's 2 successes.
That is enough.
Would have been more,
Yeah.
but there was 1.
You sure about that?
Can I spend a willpower on this?
Huh? Yes, you can. Yeah.
You sure that's what you wanted?
Yep, that's what I wanted.
You're positive?
I'm positive.
Is it negotiable? Is there
I mean, actually,
it's too late, I already rolled it. I'm just joking.
yeah.
I botched.
You botched.
One
For real
failure
this
and no successes.
Jesus. Okay. Dion.
I
Come out of
am
that elevator
having
and
a
watch my friend
day.
die.
Yeah.
It's okay.
All right. Alexander, what did you get?
I got 2.
Okay. That's enough to keep you safe from the hail of bullets.
Okay.
If it makes anybody feel better, it's from the Sesame Street reference earlier. It was 1, 2, 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So Yeah, not great for
4,
you,
5,
but
6, 7,
luckily
8,
their
9, 10.
attack roll for you actually missed. It was not a botch, it was a failure. So you don't get shot. But you
But
you hear and feel your forearm crack as you dive out of the way and you land on it wrong, and your left forearm
Okay.
just is broken.
As long as it was left.
Yeah.
okay, I'll fix it.
I need the right one.
It hurts.
It hurts.
like shit. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know
So-
how to do the
but you
damage.
didn't
No,
get shot.
I mean,
Okay,
you
so
need both hands to play the sax.
yeah. So
I have other instruments.
yeah. So
Can't
this
do fancy arpeggios anymore.
yeah.
No.
So and it's just gonna be 2 damage. So just mark off 2. Yeah. So do an X in bruised
Mm-hmm.
and do a slash in hurt,
Gotcha.
because it's not lethal, but it's also not exactly like, it's not just bruising that's gonna go away in a few days. So yeah. Okay. And okay, so yeah, and then Evelyn, the elevator dings. We're gonna play fast and loose
Okay.
with time because it's plot.
It's
The
I
elevator
exist.
takes the plot right. Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
For
yeah,
the drama.
yeah. Bono's got shit rigged in this building. Yeah.
It's the fastest elevator known to man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're at the bottom before you got on at the top.
Yeah. And the elevator operator, this lovely old man named
Droopy.
what?
No.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay.
Dale.
Sweet, lovely old man named Dale. He like the door opens and he just kind of tips his hat and he says, "Have a nice evening, ma'am." And as you step out, and he doesn't seem to notice the absolute melee that is going on in the hotel lobby as the elevator doors open. We see Salazar fighting off men in black. We see General Groves storming his way through the throng of men, firing into the carousel room, and dozens of dead agents all over the floor, and Dale just pushes the button and closes the elevator
Yeah.
door, and
He is
I just,
sweet and pure.
I'm just all the war. I've fallen on the floor, hurt my arm. I'm looking up, and I see him like, oh, thank God. What? And he's just. do, 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 do.
Wow.
as Evelyn, looking like Grace Groves,
Walking in with the pizza boxes and everything's on fire.
right, yeah, and you are now back in the lobby.
Great.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna just hold the globe in front of me.
Mhm.
I'm going to try to quietly cast a spell, basically to harden my skin.
Okay.
And then let me do that first. And then
Yeah.
see what happens.
Okay. So just be an RT roll.
Mhm.
It's coincidental.
Mhm.
So difficult and this is life 3, so difficulty 6, but
Okay.
you're in your node, so difficulty, or you're near your node, so difficulty down 1 to 5.
Okay. Cool. Spending willpower anyway.
Okay.
Because Evelyn would do that. 1 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
6, damn. Okay.
Yeah, I
All
rolled
right.
real good.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So basically, I'm just gonna treat this as like 6 points of armor.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
That's not.
Like it.
Yeah. That's
Um,
pretty nice.
and then I guess I will just, like if the Terminator was Jessica Rabbit, just kind of like eye contact with him,
Yeah.
stalking
Oh my
towards
God.
him
Yeah.
slowly. We'll see.
Terminator.
I basically want to distract him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. And you call out to him, and like he turns, and and just like fury on his face, and just turns to you and just aims his gun and just empties it into you.
Okay.
And the bullets just hit against your chest and just,
But did he hit the
fall to the
sphere?
ground. He did not hit the
Question.
sphere. No.
Okay.
But yeah, just like you're bulletproof, baby. So, yeah, and he just kind of glares at you
Mm-hmm.
and drops his gun.
How close am I to him?
It's like it's several yards away.
Okay.
And there's a whole lot of agents in between you.
Mm.
So yeah, but I mean, it's not going to take you very long to get to him, but it's not going to.
I'm not going to try to get there in this round because I've already done a spell
Yeah.
and taken this, so
Yeah.
it would make sense for me to do next.
Yeah. So, but next round, assuming he doesn't
could
move
do
farther
something.
away from you,
Okay.
you probably could.
I'm just going to keep walking towards him. Say like, "What's
Yeah.
wrong, darling? You look like you've seen a ghost." And I'm just going to keep my way towards him. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping that I'm keeping him distracted enough for others to
Yeah.
be effective.
All right. I want you to roll.
Of course, I also don't know what her voice sounds like. So
Yeah.
that would be...
Roll manipulation plus intimidation.
Ooh, okay, sure. Let's see. What's the
7.
1, 2, 3 successes?
Okay. He yeah. So he's angry, but you can tell like he is not losing his cool completely. Like he's lost it enough to get into this position, but he's not. Yeah. You can tell. Like people. You didn't quite get him. You've pissed him off, but you
okay.
haven't made him crazy.
Haven't
yet.
gotten quite. I've gotten starting to get under his skin.
Yeah.
I just haven't gotten all the way into his brain yet.
Yeah. Exactly.
Who needs mind magic?
Silver. Your arm hurts,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not shot, so that's good.
That's
What?
and it was very close.
What's up? What's next?
Silver and Dion are both pissed
Mm-hmm.
and really want him dead now.
Okay.
Like just really, really want him dead.
Yeah.
Like want this over with.
Mm-hmm.
So first I'm gonna try to catch him, but I just end him. Let's go with, as I remember the description, this club is like one of those really fancy, nice places.
Mm-hmm.
Probably got really high ceilings.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
Really, really high ceilings.
Yeah. They're
Some nice acoustic.
Yeah.
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 They're quite high. Probably
Yeah.
like 12-foot
Pretty-
ceilings.
And really fancy opening.
Yeah.
As
Mm-hmm.
I recall, it had a lot of marble
Yes.
in the structure.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be real nice if just a big old chunk of marble just came out of the ceiling above,
Uh-huh.
right above where he is.
Yeah.
And gravity did what it does.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, that's going to be a matter. I think really that's only like matter 2. And it is coincidental. So difficulty's 5, lowered by your note, so difficulty 4.
I can do that.
But you are hurt, so you're at -1 for that. So so 1 less die on your
Okay.
RTA roll.
I am going to spend a willpower and a quintessence. Oh wait, the difficulty's already no.
Difficulty's 5.
Dif-
Yeah.
Difficulty's 5.
Yeah.
Whatever, I'm doing anyway.
Yeah. It's
Drop it to 4.
okay.
Here we go.
Don't botch.
I didn't. I see numbers above 4. So 1, 2, 3 successes.
Ooh, okay. All right. Oh, he got only 1 success on his dodge. So, yeah. So, chunk of marble comes down and slams into him. And it's it doesn't, it's not like the like a cartoon just smushes him, but you hear the crunch and that that sickening sploosh of of soft matter bursting and bones cracking. Sorry if that's too graphic for anybody.
That's great.
Okay. Yeah. And you see his body, like the lower half of his body is just crushed and by the chunk of marble, and his torso still kind of like sticking out from it, but he can't move. But he's like glaring at Evelyn, and like you can see him trying to like push himself up and get out from under this. Yeah. Banu, what do you do?
Well, a spinal injury. It's real hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming that piece of marble was kind of jagged. There's definitely something bad going on down there, bleeding wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It'd be a real shame if that happened real fast.
Yeah. Yes, it would. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that sounds like time 3.
Yeah.
And it's coincidental because who knows what's going on with his internal bleeding.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah. So, so that's going to be difficulty 6, minus the 1 because you're in your home ground. So 5.
Okay, and I'm gonna use a willpower on it. Just
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be ashamed to botch this. I feel like that would be bad for me. I don't like that. Actually, I'm so sorry. I think I realize as I go to do this that I don't have the biggest claim on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I turn to the structure of my familiar on my shoulder
Mm-hmm.
and I ask it this person,
Mm-hmm.
what do you want? What would make it right for you?
I don't care what happens to his body, but let me take care of him in the spirit world. Can you help me a moment? I just need to channel.
My form is yours.
Thank you so much for your kindness. I'm not sure I'll be able to speak to you again, but if I can, I'll try and find a way. And you feel the presence sort of flow out of your you feel this presence flow out of your familiar and out of Arjun into your body, and you let it sort of take over your physical form, but you can sense there's no malice there. There's no intent to violate you in any way. There's no trying to encroach on your mind in any way. It's just using your physical shell, and you feel a kind of kinship with this form, or with this being, and it says, just very, very softly, you sense its name, and its name is Keiko, and you can tell that this young woman was taken away from her family, and her magical abilities turned in on themselves to imprison her as a sort of living battery of magical energy. And you can sense the connection within her, that her connection to the prime sphere is beyond anything you've ever sensed. Beyond Dottie's, beyond Nona, anyone you've ever felt, and you, just from that experience, you sense this new awareness of the connection between primal magic and the spirit realm, and take an extra point in spirit, an extra dot in your spirit sphere as you become more connected to the role of the spirit realm and how it fuels magic, how it fuels primal energy. And you all see General Groves, as he's, it almost seems like he's trying to pull himself out from under this massive chunk of marble and can't, but he's like he's trying to pull himself forward with such force. It almost looks like he's gonna pull himself apart as he's trying to reach Evelyn, just this absolute hatred in his face. And then you see Banu's form stand and walk forward. All of the agents turn and shoot directly into Banu, just hundreds of bullets flying, or dozens of bullets flying into Banu, and they just kind of pass right through them, as though Banu is not even corporeal. And Banu's body approaches the generals and reaches down and just puts their hands over the general's face, and you just see him go lax and his eyes roll back in his head, and then he just slumps lifelessly to the ground. And Banu, you feel as your body does that, and as the general's form goes lifeless, you feel Keiko's presence lifting out of you, and you can even sense through the spirit realm Keiko's still reforming figure, as she pulls out a spirit representation of the general, and you can hear his spirit screaming as she drags him into the spirit realm. And as you stand up, you're all a little bit surrounded by agents, but the general lies there dead, and a bunch of the agents are like about a dozen of them, just kind of like you see them kind of like take their hats and their glasses and just like throw them on the floor, and they're like, fuck this, and they just kind of walk away. Those the teenagers. Yeah.
All right.
And I didn't like him anyway.
You can't tell me what to do.
You're not my real dad.
This organization is bogus.
Yeah. So but there's still quite a lot of them there. Salazar is still fighting with them. Their ranks are thinning. But I want to just kind of we're gonna kind of finish this up. Alexander, you were next. What do you do that that gets rid of
A bunch of them?
A bunch of them.
I'm
Or if
gonna.
you're creative enough, get rid of all of them. See
Okay.
what you can do.
I'm going to cast an especially vulgar spell where the bullet that I fire is going to go up and to the left, all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna shoot all of them with one bullet.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's wanted.
Yeah, that's in a circle.
Right. Yeah.
That's yeah.
Okay. Yeah, super vulgar, but let's do it. So it is vulgar without witnesses.
Yep.
So and I would say that's pretty entropy 3, I think, is probably fair. Or I think there's a lot of ways you could do it. Correspondence, entropy, matter.
I think it's
Yeah.
some sort of blend of correspondence and entropy
Yeah. Okay.
on there. So however that works.
Yeah. Let's call it at least one of them really should be 4 to do that much.
Either one
Yeah.
is fine.
Yeah.
I have 4 and
right?
5 in both
Yeah.
of them.
Damn.
So let's call it 4 sphere plus in vulgar without witnesses. So difficulty would be 8. You're at your node, so we'll take it down to 7.
Okay. Well, since we look like we're in the final act, let's drop that to 4 and spend a willpower.
Okay.
Especially since I'm going to be at -2 dice.
Oh yeah, because you got shot.
Yeah. I had a I love what Banu did, but I had a thing lined up in my head that I was planning out here. In any case, that is 3 total.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. You fire your bullet, and then time, like in your senses, like it's not Banu's time magic. This is different, but in your senses, things kind of slow to a crawl. Everyone around you is almost standing still. Even like Banu and Evelyn and Silver. The only thing moving at normal speed is you and the dealer in your eye, as the dealer just walks around going pew, pew, pew. Yeah, and yeah,
Just flipping cards
yeah,
at
just
each
flipping
person.
cards. Yeah, yeah. He just flips a card out at each person, and they just, like, every time a card hits somebody, they just go down, and you see it as a bullet going through their heads. But like just flip as dozens of them go down, and you see Salazar is facing off against 2 of the last ones standing, and they just kind of cut through one of them and haven't noticed that another one is right behind them, about to hit them in the about to shoot them in the back of the head, and the dealer's last card just goes flip, and that agent who was about to get the drop on Salazar just flops over, and Salazar also not slowed down, and just kind of looks at you and, like, sort of does a hat tip thing with their helmet. Yeah. And yeah. And then you're all just kind of standing there as these agents' bodies just kind of lay there on the ground. And
Bunch of tank.
yeah.
What?
And within like 30 seconds or so, you just see them they just sort of dissolve away. They just kind of disappear into ashes. But there is still a large chunk of marble in the middle of the lobby with a dead general crushed under it. Yeah. And then you the elevator dings, and Sammy Sammy comes out, and he kind of like just goes over to the front door of the hotel and just sticks his head out to get out of the mind magic barrier. Oh no, it's over the whole city, isn't it? Yeah. Or is it? Or was it?
I mean, it feels like
I think the way that we ended up sort of doing it was
Yeah.
it was just
It was just kind of
Grove.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just So
But I picture him leaning out and be like, "Oh, shoot, Alex, would you mind?
yeah.
If it isn't too much trouble.
Yeah.
It's very important. Yes.
Yeah. No, I think he walks out and he just and he walks up to one of the trucks where that soldiers have been coming out of, and we see their perspective as they see him walking forward, and he looks like General Graves to them. And
Is it Groves?
Groves, yes, damn it.
I know we all want to call him Graves.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's Groves.
yeah. And he just says, we can tell that he's saying in their minds, that they're hearing General Groves as he says, full retreat, get everybody out. We're return to base. And you hear like all of the trucks and tanks start rolling out, leaving the city. Oh.
Like, go smack one on the ass on the way out.
No.
Yeah.
I said I wanted to punch a nuke, not a tank. It's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
It's not necessary.
Yeah.
Smack a thing.
Yeah. A few minutes later, Nona and Jasmine and Sophia and Hetty all come downstairs into the lobby. Sophia just gives this kind of like low whistle and then just like goes over to the general and just kind of prods him with her foot, like still dead? Yeah, really dead. And Salazar, you see Salazar and they're just like wearing their nice little tuxedo shirt and vest and tie again, and
Handing out water to everybody.
right, yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
if by water you mean vodka.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, and just calmly walks back to the bar and just starts setting up some shot glasses and
And a splint.
No, I'll take it. I got you.
yeah. So
yeah. Take care of him though.
Right.
right.
That's I was like, mine was a relatively minor thing.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's just
But he's a. Sorry, I should say he's important. He's a little more important.
no.
Just a little-
I get it.
It's fine.
I'm-
It has to use first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna
yeah.
bring the sphere over to Nona and say
Mhm.
a lovely keepsake for the front hall, I suppose.
It's beautiful, darling.
Yes.
I absolutely love it. And is everyone all
It'll
right?
make an amazing bong.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it will. It's gonna be a bong in about 20 minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
I need to tend to some people. I'll handle it. I think we need more of a cleanup around here.
Yeah. Yes. What to do about this? Well, I suppose we'll have to find some way to make sure nobody suspects that the good general actually died in our hotel lobby, don't we?
Real shame if his car crashed.
It would indeed. I think we'll have to figure something out, won't we? A little white lie never hurt anybody. Yeah. So Sophia just says, I'll get rid of this for now. We'll figure out what to do with it later. And just kind of like lights up a cigarette, holds it in the side of her mouth, and just whoosh, just sweeps her hands across. And it just kind of disappears. The marble chunk gone, the body gone. There's still a hole in the ceiling.
I'll fix it tomorrow. Let me get patched up and drink it off, and then I'll fix it in the morning.
Yes. I think we're going to have some time to recover a little bit, aren't we?
Does that smoke clear away all the agents as well? All the other bodies?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, they were all dust.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
they all kind of turned to dust.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry.
I'm just
Yeah.
picturing a little janitor just sweeping.
Right,
So
yeah.
annoyed.
I mean,
Every
somebody's
night in
good.
this
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
I'm sure they've cleaned up worse in this hotel.
This is
Yeah.
why we gave them the night off. They're
Uh-huh,
going
yeah.
into a hitstorm tomorrow.
Yeah, there's an old janitor and he's pushing the mop and like at least it's not wet.
You know the thing about Seattle? Too damn many mages.
Right. Yeah. No.
Keeps me employed though.
Mhm. And Nona, you know, as you all like go up to get your shots, you see Nona just kind of, just briefly, she just kind of goes over to Sister Madley and just seems to have a really quiet conversation. And then she turns around, smiling, and she's like, "Darlings, let's get wasted."
Yes.
Yes.
And you all grab your shot glasses and toast, and we will leave it there. I do want to take a few minutes. I know we're like way long, but I do want to take a few minutes. What's the next big thing that each of your characters does, knowing that you have stopped this absolute evil from going too far in the world? Some things, unfortunately, can't change, and a few a couple of weeks later, you find out that this weapon has been used, but because the general was removed, there is no ripple of it felt through the magical world, and the threat to magic itself and the energy that powers all your beliefs is eliminated. So there's still a lot of horror in the world and a lot of things to do, but you at least kept it from spilling over into allowing the technocracy in the New World Order to take over the entire world. So what do you think is the next big thing that we see for your character? Anybody want to go
I don't know
first?
if I should go first or last. I'll need
Yeah.
silver for mine.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to do.
I have an idea, but I'll need to give me a few more seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either you want to.
Banu, Alexander, you have a thought?
Yeah, I gotta think about it for a sec.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe I
fine.
will.
So, Banu, after partying, like it's 1945,
Uh-huh.
for a considerable amount of time, goes back home for a little while
Hmm.
to celebrate. And this is, I'm playing with the timeline because I can.
Yeah.
Yes.
To celebrate the independence
Mm-hmm.
and mitigate the damage that is being currently caused by partition.
Mm.
Secure in the knowledge that when they get back to the Mayflower Club, that Sammy will be there waiting for them, and Jesme will be there waiting for them, and
Mm-hmm.
Nona and Silver and Sophia and Evelyn and Alexander. And that even though there are still bad things going on in the world, and there always will be, they have
Mhm.
a little slice of Eden here.
Mm.
That it is their oasis.
Mhm.
They're debauched, decadent poets.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And as you as you get on the plane to to fly back to Seattle to go back again the next time, a young Japanese woman comes up to you and looks like she's only probably about 18 or so. And but as soon as you see her, she locks eyes with you and you feel this connection. And she says, Banu,
Kiko.
I found my body. I was just going to Seattle to come see you.
Well, let's make sure we have seats together on the plane, then we can catch up.
We do. I made sure of it. Nona, I spoke to Nona and she said to give you this note. And you open it up and it says, next name in the book, Keiko. and
We are going to have so much fun.
And she loops her arm into yours as you step into the airport. Yeah. Alexander.
After the war has ended,
Mm-hmm.
and the bombs have been dropped, and it is permitted to travel, Alexander is going to go to Japan.
Mm.
And when asked about it, he's going to explain to everybody that a place that is rebuilding is open for all sorts of opportunities, and that gentlemen of some means and some magic can, do some good, can help his bottom line quite a bit in a place like this.
Mhm.
But what he's really doing is he's going there and he wants to help rebuild. He wants to help people out. He wants to, ease suffering and do as much as he can for the people who are there.
Yeah.
He's gone for quite some time, but on the anniversary of when the first bomb dropped, in the mail at the club, everyone receives a signed and customized deck of Nintendo playing cards. Antique
Oh,
Nintendo
right.
playing cards.
Yeah.
It's
Nice. Beautiful.
Do you?
Silver outline.
I'll do mine. All
Okay,
right.
yeah.
So Silver being one of the newer people to join, one of the people who are still sort of good at what they do, but still kind of learning themselves in this whole
Mhm.
process. Probably why they watch so much. Learned two things from this whole adventure. One, that music can change things.
Mhm.
And two, that war has a terrible, terrible cost. And so this has been the beginning of Silver's anti-war sort of campaign.
Mhm.
And so Silver spends the next couple of decades traveling the US and meeting young up and coming musicians and playing with them and guiding them where he can, and really pushing this sort of anti-war idea, and worked with,
Mhm.
some young up and coming no name people who, no one has ever heard of,
Mhm.
like Bob Marley
Uh-huh.
and Edwin Starr. Nina Simone would have already been active,
Yeah.
but still it's the beginning of her career.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even some poets at the time like Gil Scott Heron, just
Mhm.
working with people and helping them push towards using music, poetry, rhythm to
Mhm.
push this idea of an anti-war sentiment
Yeah.
more strongly through the world. So realizing that magic can't fix everything, but the magic is in the music.
Yeah. Yeah. And can you also just have like a torrid little fling with Nikki Giovanni?
Of course,
I just want
Do it.
that.
because why not?
Just want
Need
that.
that. Need
Why
that.
He's awesome.
Absolutely.
It's the right time. Yeah.
Absolutely.
She teaches you about rhythm.
And the
You
lesson
like-
was great.
Yeah.
You
I don't
majored
even-
in rhythm.
I don't even know her love life, but I just.
don't make me roll.
That's
for
all
that.
right. It's yeah. No, I'm not making you roll for that.
Let me
It's-
enjoy that.
Yeah, it's too beautiful. I just want it to happen. So, because I love her poetry so much. Yeah, yeah. What about Evelyn?
So I think after maybe like a week or two after everything is cleared up, died down, everything is settled, Evelyn's going to announce to the group that she is going to retire. Actually, no, she's Grace right now because she's Grace.
Oh,
Grace
staying
announces-
Grace for a while.
Well, it's not that undoing the spell takes her back to Evelyn.
Oh, yeah.
Evelyn was another spell, as was Maria, as was everyone else
Yeah.
before. But she's going to announce to Club that she's going to retire and move on because her work here is done. She believes that. So she will bid everyone farewell, give everyone hugs, and I don't know if you have any, if you want to say goodbye in any way, but if not, we can just hand wave. So, toodaloo, you're all wonderful. This was great. It was nice having one last crusade. It's been a good time. But then she asked Silver if he would join her on a trip.
Of course.
Okay. So I'm going to fly him out to Chicago, go to O'Hare, and I'm gonna rent a car. And we drive about 4 hours south.
You drive.
I drive 4 hours south. And say, Silver, you are one of the few true friends I've had in this world. And I want you to see the real me. And I want you to meet the man who inspired me to do what I do. So we pull up to a graveyard. And actually there's a sign on the road that we come to, Springfield, Illinois, population, whatever. And I take him to this gravesite. And I walk you through, and there's a mausoleum. And in front of the mausoleum, you see a bust, and there's a child rubbing the nose in the bust. And when the child moves his hand away, you see it's Abraham Lincoln. So, I want to tell you a story. And she's going to kind of take you by the arm and walk into the mausoleum. It says, our great president, Abraham Lincoln. When I met him, I was 15 years old. Didn't know anything about the world. Barely knew how to control my magic. But others saw the potential in me. I was just a young gal in Virginia. My mentors brought me to him. He saw greatness in this world. He believed in honor and justice for everyone. He was my inspiration. I chose to fight for this country because of him. And 2 years later, he was assassinated. But this man, this great man, has always been with me through every life that I've led over the last 95 years. And as she's talking, and she's going to find a spot like when they're alone, and the facade of grace disappears as she releases that magic, and you're standing arm in arm with a very old woman who's, looks not frail, but definitely wrinkled and gray hair, and a lot of lines because she's been through a lot. And I think it's time to retire. And there's no place where I would rather end it all than beside the man who inspired me and the man who helped me survive. It has been not just an honor, but a pleasure to be able to call you a real friend, Silver Jackson. Thank you for everything. I feel like my life is complete now. So, I'm going to go rest beside Abraham now. Don't be sad. I expect you to do great things with your life. To write beautiful music that inspires others. and your legacy will live long beyond your mortal body, just like Abraham. And then I'm going to give him a big hug. Do you want a hug? I'm going to give you a big hug.
I'm gonna miss you.
You're going to do wonderful things. Farewell, my friend.
Wait. It was a joy. You're amazing as a mentor, as a friend, as a mentor, as a friend, and as a supporter. And like I said, you will be missed, but I will make sure that no one ever forgets you.
You know, I hear Chicago has a great jazz scene. Farewell, Silver. And Godspeed.
Farewell.
And I think at that point we will turn and walk away.
Made me cry.
God,
No.
acting. If I can't make my cast cry at the end of the season, then what good am I?
It's
Yeah.
it's
made fun.
beautiful and
This eyeliner is one.
right, yeah.
You learned from the last show we were on.
Yes.
When I made you
Nobody
cry.
warned me.
Yeah.
I thought we were just
I didn't know either, Dion.
having
so,
fun
yeah.
with
I mean, I
Dice
gave
and
you a-
friends. I didn't
Yeah.
know I needed to.
I mean, I didn't know it would be this.
Yeah.
I didn't know I needed to like
Woo.
I only
be
gave
able
you
to
this
earn an
later.
Emmy to play with you
I
guys.
know,
Like,
right? Yeah. Good lord,
Jesus.
between Banu's speech earlier and this
Right.
like I'm a mess.
Why didn't you tell me to prepare a monologue? We could have monologue. I can write a monologue.
Yeah.
I can write a monologue.
Yeah. So I think, you know, as things fade to darkness, you know, we come back to the table with the flickering candles and the thunderstorm outside and the incense flowing through the room. And Nona says, "So you see, my friends, this is what happens when you insist. When you insist on free will, when you insist on doing what's right, that's magic. And may you always find the magic in everything you do. And as long as you do, we'll be with you. Ta-ta for now. Enjoy your drink. Enjoy your smoke. Enjoy the music. The party will always be going. Farewell and goodbye."
Do we clap? Do we wave?
Yeah, yeah.
Yay! Good job, everyone!
The end.
The end.
The end. So thank you, everybody. This was like, thank you, everybody, for staying along and wrapping this up.
worth it.
I didn't want to rush it, and
No.
I'm
No, it
so
was
glad I
worth
didn't,
it.
because these were some beautiful moments all through, like super exciting and very emotional and moving. I fucking love it. So. Thank you to our audience for going on this wild ride with us. I know this is a little sudden. We didn't necessarily intend to end tonight, but
This entire campaign was intentional.
yeah,
Everything was
right.
planned out down to the second.
Yeah, exactly. I scripted it all. Everybody knew exactly what was going to happen at every given moment. You know, no,
Guys, I was not off book until like last week. I mean, you didn't see it, but I was looking at these notes all the time.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had teleprompters. You know,
Yeah.
we
I memorize
wrote it
my
all.
lines. I am a consummate
Yeah,
professional.
yeah, right, yeah.
Mine are
Courtney, the overachiever. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a total noob. But you thought I was writing notes? No,
No,
making
no.
script notes.
But yeah, thank you. It's a little surprising. I kind of thought we'd be going a few more episodes, but then stuff kind of like snowballed into the right moment, and we also had a couple of people who are going to be missing over the next couple of weeks, and I don't want to have a finale with anybody missing. And they had also gotten way closer to the end game than I had expected them to by this time. So it's a little shorter campaign than I kind of planned. I also
10 episodes?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty good.
10 episodes. Yeah,
Good
it's
number.
a good target.
Good.
And and I honestly like thought
It counts as 2 because
that's right. It's a 10.
Because there's
Yeah.
more than 4 of us.
And there's more than 4. Yes, right. Yeah. So, But yeah, so at some point we started doing debriefings and kind of like a post-mortem or review, kind of where we'll get together and talk about the experience of the game. And so hopefully that'll happen soon, and we'll release that. So thank you to everybody who watched this along with us and joined us on this story. I had such a blast doing this story. You guys are just absolutely wonderful, and it just
You're
was
wonderful.
all
You're
thank you.
wonderful.
Yeah,
You
thank
are
you.
wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm so glad to hear you say that. And you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm just so glad to have heard that and met you, and you.
Nope. Just me.
I'm proud of you.
Oh.
Yeah, you think I'm vicious when I'm nice, when I'm mean to you.
Yeah.
I'm actually more vicious
You
by
know
the
what?
kindness. Yeah.
Kill all the characters if that's what happens at the end.
Right, yeah.
If this is where it goes.
Right. Yeah. So, thank you to our chat mod, James V, for all your work keeping our chat room a safe space, and also for the awesome pop-up video 1945 trivia that came out all over the place.
So good.
Yeah. Apparently, like for some part of the Pentagon, there was a hot dog stand in the center courtyard.
I was trying to see if I could
Yeah.
work out walking over to the hot dog.
No, I had such a plan. As soon as I saw that, my plan was if I was going to go first,
Yeah.
I was just gonna force the hot dog stand, just chuck it at them. So they were bowling for him with the hot dog, but it was already.
I was hoping the magic item
You already
would be
killed
in the hot
3,
dog
and
stand.
the gun was loaded, so
Right,
you
no,
just
no,
pull
I
the
get it,
trigger.
I get it.
If I had seen that like 2 minutes earlier, that could have happened. But like I was already off on Gazebo World. Yeah.
I was going to tell him to make me one with everything.
Yeah. It's like, what do you think I am, a prime mage? Thank you to all our amazing Patreons who keep us ad-free and independent here on Happy Jacks. It's because of you that we're able to play games we enjoy without worrying about publishing companies or system popularity or even whether we follow the rules. You can join their heroic ranks. It's our heroic ranks. I'm a Patreon myself. You can join our heroic ranks at happyjacks.org/Patreon. It also gives you access to some exclusive content, including our Nerding Out series, where we just get together with a bunch of us hosts and talk about something that we're huge nerds about. So, and it's a lot of fun. There will not be another session of Trinity's Wake.
But if you do subscribe to the
Yeah.
Patreon, you will get to hear us talk on a debrief.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and you
One
can find
more
out a lot
special
more.
bonus episode.
Right? Yeah. So real quick before we go, I am going to give you the world building tidbit that there was never really a right time to delve into it, and you guys didn't really go
Wait,
into it.
do you want to save this for the debrief?
No.
Do a little,
I-
little tease?
no.
Tell us
No,
off the air?
I want to
what you do?
no,
Okay.
I want to give the audience like this one little
taste?
thing. Yeah,
It's a
and
post-credit scene.
yeah.
Okay.
And
This is your first hit, so you get hooked.
that's right. Yeah. If you think this is cool, then you want to come to subscribe and be a Patreon and come to the debrief, listen to the debrief. But Sister Madly is actually the node. She is a physical embodiment of the wellspring of the spirit of this land's this space's connection to the primal magic. So yeah.
Oh,
So
I love it.
Hence, she
Yeah.
doesn't leave.
uh-huh.
She's always in that one spot.
Yeah, never leaves, never moves. She'll smile at you, but she doesn't talk. And she is the source of your connection to get the quintessence out of from the primal energies. Yeah. So, And if you want to know more about Salazar, that's when you'll have to come to the debrief. But, there's backstory there too. But.
Yeah, I had a big secret I didn't reveal in the game too that you know about, but I'll bring that in the debrief.
Yeah.
And we never revealed how we know each other from before.
Yeah,
all
we
of
never.
this.
That's
we
true,
really
yeah.
established
There's
that.
so much.
so
I
much.
know. Yeah,
much.
we'll talk about all that stuff. Let's do that in the debrief. We can talk about like, oh, here's all the stuff that I had thought about but we never used. Yeah. So, and you know, and who knows what we might do with this in the future. I don't know if I'll be ready to run again anytime soon because my life is wild right now. But hopefully, calm down later in the year. I might, you know, want to revisit this, or we might I might run something else. Who knows? I'm unpredictable. You can't know me.
Refuse to be bound by schedules.
Right? Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So anyway, so there won't be a next session of Trinity's Wake, but subscribe, you know, become a Patreon and you can get our debrief. But if you want to catch up on all the rest of the episodes, you can get those at happyjacks.org/Trinity's Wake. If you want to find all the other APs here on the Happy Jacks Network, visit happyjacks.org. And so my name is Adam. I have been your storyteller. You can find me on the social medias at Hoobuk, HOOBUK, except if some places it's HOOB, HOOO, 3 O's, BUK. So yeah, who knows? But if Hoobuk doesn't work, type an extra O and see if that finds me. But yeah, so you can often find me here on Happy Jacks at random moments when I feel like doing something, and that's about all I have going on right now because my work life is extraordinarily busy for the next few months, and I am out of bandwidth. But later this
Doing
year,
all the things for
doing-
all of us.
yeah. But I'm very proud to do the work that I'm doing. But I will hopefully be back in doing some more Happy Jack stuff later this year. So don't forget, if you're in Southern California, come out to the Renaissance Fair where you can meet a lot of us. We will probably do a meetup day, and a lot of us are there all the time anyway. You can see whether or not Stu is still alive by going to the Ren Fair.
He's fine.
He's fine.
Proof
seeing
of
the
life,
poss-
though.
Yeah. So you'll have to go see for yourself. And then
I don't know. We've got one shapeshifter. It's not
Right, yeah.
possible that.
yeah. You never know. And then I think our next game days has been planned. So you might want to join our Discord. Game days is a 1-day mini con that we do. JackerCon, which is our 3-day con, is going to come up again this summer. So join our Discord. There's a lot of stuff going on there. If you want to hang out with us, you can sit with us. You can come to cons with us, and we will play with you and hang out with you because I know we're amazing, but we're not snotty. So yeah. We'll hang out with you. So, who are you, and what do you want everybody to know? Dion?
Hello, I am Dion. I have been Silver. And I am not really on the internet, but if I'm on Instagram at Delta Echo 7792, just my kid and family, trains and Paw Patrol stuff, because 2-year-old. Yeah. You can find me here and anywhere else they invite me to, because I'm always looking to play again.
Yeah.
'Cause
I have a feeling you'll be back.
I have been turned into an addict.
If you don't come back, I
Yeah.
One
go
of
back to
us.
throwing.
One of us.
One.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I know now to bring a monologue,
Yes.
so I will, go home
And
and
waterproof things.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
yeah.
Monologue and a handkerchief.
Yep.
There's tissues here.
But
Yeah.
that's about it. Thank
Thank
you all
you.
for doing this and having me, and I love it.
Yeah. And this is Dion's first campaign on Happy Jacks. Second appearance, did a one shot several months ago, but your first campaign here as a Happy Jacks host, and we're really glad to have you. It was awesome having you around.
Awesome
Yeah.
being here.
And Courtney, the
Hey.
person I've known the longest here, and
Yeah.
only recently got to re-know.
Yeah, Adam and I knew each
You've known
other years ago.
Yeah.
So when did you start coming to Dungeon Master?
I started coming to Dungeon Master in like 2010.
I
think it
started around
was.
2009.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's when we met, but then we didn't see each other for
Right.
many, 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 many years
Yeah.
until I was invited to come on the show. It's
Yeah.
been wonderful.
Yeah.
Because man, you're a dang good storyteller. You know that?
Thank you.
You're
You're
great.
a
So it's
dang
really
good
great getting,
player.
it's great getting to experience you in this
Yeah.
sense. So
Yeah.
it's been a wonderful experience. I'm so glad that I was asked to do this. Anyway, hi, I'm Courtney. You can find me on episodes of Cast Offs with Pooja and Nick right here on the Happy Jacks RPG Network, where I play a bard who never made bad choices ever.
Nope. No, never.
Well, aside from that, I am also a musician. I play a really cool rare instrument called the hurdy-gurdy. You can find me on TikTok at Courtney Lee Craft, or if you're local to LA, I actually have a whole bunch of gigs going on right now. I'm playing on occasion with Squirrel's Tavern. If you are into LARPing and want like a cool fantasy dining escape room experience, you should go there, check it out. It's only open for a couple weeks. I played there last night and I hope to play there again. It's wonderful. Highly recommend it. I'm starting to play at the Obscure in downtown LA starting April 16th. I'll be doing a monthly gig there where I will play different kinds of hurdy-gurdy music. And then I will be at the Ren Fair April 28th. I'll be playing music for the Ramtop Morris Dance Troupe. And we'll be going around to the pubs and doing dancing and playing music. Then we'll play for the Queen that day. So those are just many opportunities to see me play the hurdy-gurdy live. And each performance will be very different. So highly recommend. So thank you for having me. This has been a wonderful, wonderful experience.
Yay! Thank you. Yay!
Is that Morris dancing like with the
Yeah,
sticks?
yeah.
Okay. Neat. Hey everyone, I am there's the light, that's my camera. Okay. I'm professional here. I am Nick. I was played Alexander throughout this season. I had a great time. I hope you did too. If you would like to see more of us, you can see my wooden performance at Cast Offs. And because I was a yeah. Anyway, watch and find out. See what that joke meant. See? In any case, you can find me at Sungrowler if you wish. That is my handle on Twitter and also on Instagram. But don't follow me on Instagram because you only get things that cross-post because I put a picture on Facebook. I'm not incredibly prolific, but if you occasionally want someone to scream into the void and you get to play the part of the void... or occasional bad joke, then you can follow me. I'm pretty chill hang. And I'm also on some of the back catalog stuff and some of the advice shows. So if you think I'm funny, great. And if you don't, you're wrong.
And keep in mind, occasional bad joke means the jokes come occasionally. They're all bad.
Oh, yes. I mean...
Do they really come occasionally?
Because I have really big thumbs and sharp stuff on these tiny little thumbs.
By some definitions of occasional.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Yes. And
Hi, I am Pooja. I've been playing Banu. I want to say thank you so much. I love y'all so much. Even when you break my heart. Courtney.
right.
If you want to find me on the internet, you can find me as Forgotten Saves on most of the platforms, or all the ones I'm active on. I'm as Forgotten Saves. If you want to hear me play more TTRPGs, you can find me on the Happy Jacks back catalog, the 12-Sided Stories back catalog, and on Queen's Court Games, where all episodes of Bekong, our Southeast Asian space mech opera, is on YouTube or on the podcast, and also currently coming out in a Delta Green scenario called Extremophilia.
Ooh.
So that one's really fun for those of you who enjoy a little horror. And I do want to shout out that May 18th will be the next game days on Happy Jack's Discord. So if you do want to play with some Happy Jackers, both hosts and listeners to the show, game days is a lot of fun. There are a ton of different systems. Come on to the Discord. It's full of great people.
Yeah.
Like us.
Yeah. And you also like don't have to run a game. There are like tons of people run games. So like it's actually harder for us to find enough players to staff all the games that people want to run. So pressure's off. Come play with us at game days. Yeah.
If you've ever wanted to meet a larger group of forever DMs.
Yeah, right? Oh yeah.
Like
it is crazy. Yeah. So yeah, you can be one of us. One of us.
Oh, I have one more plug.
Oh,
Adam said earlier and has said in other games that if you are familiar with the rules and you realize that he is misinterpreting them or doing them differently, then I do invite you to write into the podcast show to
we need letters.
Our advice show, because we do need letters and topics to talk about. So if you want to say what a great job he did, or if you want to say that like, dude, you've ruined World of Darkness for me forever, We'll take either one. I mean, hopefully the
No.
former.
Yeah.
No, we
Hopefully
won't
the
take the
former-
latter.
Okay, we won't take the latter. Never mind. I've
I
been overruled.
veto the latter.
Well, I
They
will.
are amazing.
I will say, my intention is to ruin World of Darkness as written for everyone
yes.
forever.
Okay.
Well, good
My
job.
intention is for everybody to realize if you just ignore 642 of the 700 pages, you can have a really awesome time with a fairly simple system. So, yeah. So
Fair.
that's my World of Darkness hack. Just ignore most of it. Yeah. But no, I love this system, and I've talked about it many times on the advice show. I love running it, and yeah, I have my own little way of doing it. I call it play World of Darkness like Adam runs PBTA. So it's a thing we do, but I love talking about this system and like what works and what doesn't and what you like about it or not. And so like if there was stuff that you're like, oh, I wouldn't have done that, or that's not how the rules work, why did you change that? Write it in. I'd love to talk about it. We've been discussing some on the Discord, on the Discord. Some people have tagged me about some questions about it, and like it's a blast. I love talking about it. So I'm not offended if you notice that I ran it wrong. I ran it wrong because I wanted to. So I'm not offended. Like, yes,
Rule 0,
I did
baby.
write it wrong.
Rule 0.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
So, but I love talking about it like on a philosophical level as a gaming system. It's one of my favorites to just dive into. So, as well as the lore. God, I love the World of Darkness lore. As obscure and obtuse as it is, it's awesome. So, but that's us. If you want to know more, sign up to be a Patreon and get our debrief when we do it. And write into the advice show, join our Discord, and we would love to see you around. If you're new to us, welcome. Hope you had a great time. Everything we do here, we do because we love it and it's fun. So we're friends playing games, and that's the whole theme at Happy Jacks. So, and I love these friends. So thank you, everybody. Dear thank you from Nona and all of the other wonderful NPCs whose voices I may or may not have come up with. But we all love you. We're glad you were here with us, and thank you so much. And ta-ta for now.
Bye.
Bye.